when you're live. There, you're live.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Heretic Channel. You're listening to Slice of Dice. My name's Genova.
I'm Gene Skinner, and with us is Sweets Parade.
Just barely. Good morning.
Just barely.
Barely, she literally got here 10 seconds before we went live.
Yeah.
We were busy preparing.
Sweets.
That's exactly. I am still in the midst of it. I am like, oh Jesus Christ. So yeah, if you happen to hear me be quiet, it's because I'm still trying to write down my notes so I don't sound like I'm waffling on the whole time.
Is that Sweets? Is that because someone was still yelling at you over the phone about something?
Possibly. Moving on from that.
All right.
I'm just going to go right into the horror news.
Go ahead.
Let me get my notes up here that I painstakingly took all day, which is just 3 bullet points.
That's it. Yeah.
Like one of them is literally like 4 words long.
Oh boy.
Okay, so the first thing is Elizabeth Moss, who is the head chick in Handmaid's Tale. If anybody's seen that, she's the blonde girl who knows her place.
Okay.
She's joining the cast of Blumhouse and Universal's Invisible Man reboot.
Oh God.
Hang on, they're actually going to do a reboot of that?
They're doing
a reboot of a reboot.
It's my favorite classic movie.
Except it's been done before, right? Like as a remake already.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's even had like a different imagining.
Yeah, different
with,
reimagining.
Kevin
yes.
Bacon and Hollow Man.
Yep.
Yes, yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah. I'm glad somebody does, because I would be like, hey, you guys ever seen Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon? They're like,
yes.
No, I've never even heard of that movie. So that's happening, and I'm pissed. But
are they going to make the Invisible Man an Invisible Woman like they did with the Mummy?
They'll make him homosexual.
God.
Oh my God, they are, and she's gonna play his sister instead of the love interest.
wait, are you serious? Please tell me that's sarcasm.
That's sarcasm, man.
Oh, I was about to say, shit. Did I actually?
I'm just saying, what, like, because when they cast, when they said Elizabeth Moss, immediately I was like, okay, she's gonna play the love interest. But now that you're saying they might make him gay, I'm like, yeah, she's gonna play his sister. Or the sister of his lover.
Oh, God.
They'll do something fucking stupid. And Universal and Blumhouse, those are 2 shit houses. They're terrible. All right, so my next news is that Hellboy is a flop still.
What a shock.
What a shock.
Yeah. Nobody cares. And they keep trying to make it out like, I keep seeing these. Oh, you know who does like it? Dread Central likes it.
Of course they do.
Yeah. But like IMDb and all these places, they keep posting videos of the stars responding to criticism online and shit like that. And it's just really it's cringe. It's like, just, you were in a flop, move on. You're just proving that like you get paid to write good review. Like, you're not telling us the truth about these movies that are coming out.
No.
There's no way. I mean, they do say it flames out.
Because
they got to get their stupid little puns in there.
Flames out.
Yeah, Hellboy flames out.
God, that's embarrassing.
But
that's
everybody,
pathetic.
Yeah, I can't remember how much it's made since Thursday, but it wasn't enough for them to, maybe like 12 million, I think, something like that. So my next news is that there is an Indiegogo campaign being launched by Horror Pulse and Flatline TV.
Okay.
To get Robert Englund a star on the Walk of Fame.
Oh.
Took it fucking long enough.
The deadline is May 20th. Or they got to send it in by May 20th, because the deadline to choose who gets a star is the 31st of May.
Okay.
I have a link to that if anybody's interested. You think I should
So
post it?
the interesting thing is, it's the town council that usually decides that, and it's not the town council of Los Angeles, of Anaheim, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they explain it on there, I think, or in the. They're trying to show support for England to get the council to vote in a certain way.
So it's basically probably the council to get it to the Robert England.
They need $80,000. They
Jesus.
say
$80,000 for that.
I guess maybe that's like a submission cost or something.
I mean, but they have so many people they nominate like every year anyways. So why is he not like on like for a number of movies he's been in and everything else? He should be at this point, I imagine. Mark's on that fucking walk, so why can't England be? He gave him the fucking job as Skywalker.
They say he's got over 160 film and television credits.
Yeah, he should basically be on it, yeah. But I don't know, 80,000 is like a really big thing to have the council just consider it.
They've made $181.
Oh.
So I posted the link in the chat if anybody wants it. You can look at it and decide if you want. If you think it's cool, go for it. If you don't want to, fuck it. I'm not going to donate to it.
They should just already do it. I'm surprised they haven't.
Yeah, I don't know. Are we bribing them?
It sounds like
is this a bribe?
It sounds
to get him a star. Like, look, we've already paid. Like, maybe it's 80,000 to have the thing constructed. So fans are paying to have the star constructed.
I mean, it's usually not that expensive.
I don't fucking know what they do.
I just remember seeing the stuff about like the Trump star and how they, were trying to defame that one, and they put it all around the fucking couple of people like Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein stars. Actually, no, it was Bill Cosby and Kevin Spacey. They put a bunch of like Trump ones decals around them, so they'd say, "Yeah, defame these." Oh wait, you won't, because all he did was attack the president because you don't like him.
Like, who's destroying, and then at the same time, who's going to protect a piece of concrete because it's got somebody's name on it?
Yeah,
I don't understand it from either point of view. It's so stupid.
No, it's just really funny that they were doing it around people that nobody is attacking or showing outrage to besides the president's star.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. My last bit of horror news. I mean, I guess you could call it horror news. We have discussed it on Creature Features, but
let's go.
So Godzilla King of Monsters will now have new original kaijus in it.
Oh boy.
They're bringing brand
new original ones.
Yeah. They said they've expanded the ecosystem.
The ecosystem. Is that for bats?
Well, it's the ecosystem is like a hug box. It's more, there's more of it. It's more in depth the way it works.
So they're gonna add. So yeah, they're gonna add new kaiju then.
New kaiju,
like they did for the other one.
Yeah,
where they added those like bugs.
What do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna try to Americanize them?
I don't think so. The other didn't seem very Americanized, even with how Godzilla being kind of fat.
How do you Americanize that?
I don't think you really do, besides putting Matthew Broderick in it. That's a lot of fish!
That's a great movie. 1998 Godzilla?
That's awful. What are you talking about?
It's excellent. Have you heard that song by Puff Daddy and Neil Page?
Oh, God.
Jimmy Page?
I'll Jimmy Page you right on out of here.
Oh, no. I couldn't think of anything. Nothing came to my mind when they said Godzilla King of Monsters, new kaijus. I was trying to think, what would I do? Blank.
I mean, they'll probably make something like they did with Godzilla Final Wars with Monster X.
Will we get a crab?
I mean, they already have one. They have a lobster. They have Ibura.
Well, it needs to fight a crab.
Wasn't there actually a literal crab? Or maybe I'm thinking of a completely different monster.
You're thinking of the mantis sizes, I think, sweets.
That, or I'm thinking of something from Diniponji. One or the other.
I don't know.
Mothra.
Mothra's not a crab. It's a fucking moth.
Mothra is a moth.
So's Batra, too.
What's the one with 3 heads?
That's King Ghidorah.
What's the blue ice Godzilla?
That's Space Godzilla. I know all of them. You don't have to.
I'm not testing you. I don't know.
Well, I'm telling you, that's what it is.
I'm just trying to remember.
Anyway, let's move on to tonight's topic.
Okay, tonight's topic,
which is horror outfits. So what do you got, Sweets? You got a bunch of notes.
Oh yeah. And
Sweets, where are you gonna start? What movie?
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna start specifically with the costume designer.
All right.
And this is going to be an utter shit show because everything is all over the place.
All right, good.
So yeah,
that's exactly the way we like it.
Exactly. It's going to be totally fitting for this show. So I'm going with the way this show goes in particular. Anyway, I'm going to be talking at the start about Eiko Ishioka. She was the costume designer for Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula, and she also did the costume design for The Cell, which is a completely underrated film. I don't.
That's a great. Yeah, that's a great movie.
The interesting thing is, it was actually Bram Stoker's Dracula was what won her the Oscar for costume design at the time.
Oh, is that the one I'm thinking of? The other one, like the one in color?
Yeah, the 92 one.
Yeah,
which had Keanu Reeves, Winona Ryder, Gary Oldman, of course, and Anthony Hopkins. They were, I think, the major names in that one.
Wasn't that one closer to the book too?
I believe so. Yes, I'm not. Oh, it's been so long since I've seen that film, but yes, I think it is. Thing is, Echo and Francis had known each other for about 20 years before ever actually working together on Dracula, which was in 92.
Can you see these pictures? Sweets?
Yeah, we can see the picture of Anthony Hopkins.
Yes, everyone's seen that picture. I don't even know if
Gary Oldman.
That's Gary Oldman. Never mind, I'm dumb.
Yeah, he's a look at him. Look at that.
Look at him.
And that's at the beginning of the film when he was still in his castle. And I have a shit ton of photos to use, so don't you worry about that. I'll be explaining plenty about this because this particular film, when I was going to go do it, I was like, oh, it's a really great example of really frigging good costume work. And then the more I read about it in my notes that I had from ages ago and what I was reading before, I was like, oh shit.
You know, it's just over the gif of him laughing.
I ended up finding out, oh shit, this actually has a pretty big, deep rabbit hole in regards to analysis. But yeah, so they had known each other for a good 20 years because he actually had known her originally from her work in graphic design and advertising days, where she designed the Japanese posters for Apocalypse Now. And I think she also, I don't know if she ended up doing it or not, she was to do the design for the book Eleanor Coppola had written about the making of Apocalypse Now.
Did they ever? I thought they did like a documentary part about that too, like an actual horror film. I'm not sure though. I just remember hearing about the whole thing is that like everybody got sick, nearly fucking died. The set fled at a certain point.
It could very well have been a documentary.
And they got sued by the Filipino government because they were using the copters from them. And they're like, no, fuck off. We need this for the actual war we're doing, asshole.
Whoops.
Is this it, Sweet?
Yeah, that's the Japanese cover.
Let me have a look. No, that's not the one.
That's not the one?
Completely different one? No.
Is it that one?
It's the one, it's the third one.
The third one? Oh, the one with the wave?
Yep. That's the one that she had designed.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's
I love the smell of napalm in the morning. It smells like
if I say it's safe to surf, it's safe to surf.
Great. God, I love that character though.
Oh, he's great, isn't he?
Get this man a fucking glass of water.
There's a deleted scene where like he's actually like he's got the helicopters and they're actually like going through the jungle like looking for him because he stole the surfboard. They stole the surfboard. He's like trying to hunt them down.
Charlie, don't surf.
Charlie, don't surf. It's a great character. Great movie.
Sergeant Kilroy is a great character, yes.
That's exactly
Kilgore, excuse me.
Kilgore, yes.
Kilgore, yes. I fixed it, Sweets.
Everything you needed for that kind of insanity in that film. But yeah, that was the original sort of how he found out about her. And then later on, she started working in production design in film and TV. I think they actually worked on a TV episode of, I think it was called like Fairy Storytime. and they had done Rip Van Winkle. She was consulting with the production design for that. And then he offered her the place to do the costume design for this, because the thing is about this in particular, when it came to Dracula, that Francis actually told her that the costumes are going to be the set. That's what he said. His vision for the film's visual concept was going to be essentially opera with sex and violence. This was what he saw about it. And Ishioka was known for a blending of Eastern and Western elements to her design. So this was like the perfect marriage for the film in particular, especially considering just those very specific elements of structure and things like that, and embroidery and all that worked in with the film. And she used a heavy use of inspiration from nature, both in an organic flora and fauna sense, and also the anatomy and physiology of the body. And this
just to interrupt you real quick here. It's just something I want to bring up because I told this to Genova a while ago and he didn't know it. So you know that Nicolas Cage is Francis Ford Coppola's nephew, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Genova didn't.
I didn't know that.
I was there when it happened, and I remember. I think I was typing in the chat.
You said,
"How can you not fucking know that it was Nicolas Coppola?
Yeah,
that was his name. How did you not know that?"
I don't care that much about Nicolas Cage.
I do.
How can you not care about Nicolas Cage?
The thing that insulted me was when you said I was going to say Godfather 3 was the best in the series, because you brought up me like, what's next? You're going to like Francis Ford Coppola's daughter? She's a terrible director. She's awful.
Of course she is. I had to say it though. I had to get that jibe in.
Yeah. I accept.
Nate, good. I'm glad you do. Oh but God. Yeah, this whole concept of the inspiration and everything, it led to the film's design of that surrealistic atmosphere that it had, because it was pretty friggin' deep in things. And you'll find her approach was also really heavily in symbolism, particularly to do with the color palette used for the costumes and the fabrics used to create cuts and structures to the garments. Very bold forms and patterns embellished with even more symbolic details. There are some key elements and key costumes in particular that were used for the costume design to convey the symbolism they held. Honestly, I'll start with the main aspects, and that's the use of the color red. That is a very common theme through this particular
It's supposed to symbolize blood throughout the entirety of it, right? Like
not
blood,
just that, yeah.
Blood, life, unlife, death, evil.
It's not even just that. It was actually even more than that. At first, you think, yeah, it's just going to do with blood, but it actually ends up being something even further than that. Because why stop there? The thing is, like, Ishioka decided to remove that well-established tropes of the Dracula character from previous productions we've seen, like with Bela Lugosi's 1931 Dracula to Christopher Lee's in the Hammer horror series. Her aim was to create a more quote-unquote modernized concept. So the black cape that Dracula was so known to use to shield his deeds was replaced instead at the beginning with this billowing crimson robe Gary Oldman wears as he stalks around the castle. That actual concept of the fabric and all that, the flow of the robe in particular, was there to create that larger in life aura that Dracula had, despite the fact that he was at the time very decrepit. While the use of red,
not to interrupt you again, Sweets, but I'm just noticing, and I don't think this is intentional on the part of the creator of the costume, the symbol on Dracula's chest is the eagle, and it's not just an eagle. That is the Romanian eagle.
Yes, exactly.
Transylvania.
Yep.
Exactly that. This is again at least
I thought it was a phoenix.
It's a I can't remember. I wasn't able to dig it up at the time. But yeah, it does have that link back, and obviously it does, considering who he is actually meant to be.
Vlad the Impaler, yep.
Exactly, and I'll even get to that a little later. But yeah, it's now I've lost my face. Fuck you, Gene.
You're welcome.
It just, this use of the red, it becomes a theme that follows throughout the film, drawing back to him in particular. And another excellent example when it comes to Dracula's costume design in particular is the theme of the almost anatomical and physiological element of the sinew-like structure of Tepes's, I can never say his name right, armor, which could be interpreted to look like the flayed body of this human hound hybrid, again in red. Give me a second and I'll actually show some much better pictures. I'll just dump
This is a great picture.
Oh, God. Why are you showing that?
I deliberately avoided picking up that picture because
this one.
Yeah.
Why?
You know which one. You know which one.
This one.
No.
The dog man. Yeah.
Yes.
It's got red in it.
It's got red.
I'm yet to come to that one, but I was actually being nice and avoiding using that picture because I'm a nice girl. I don't use those sort of things.
I forgot that was in that movie.
Yeah, that was a very interesting scene.
Wait, go back down, Genova. Go back down for a minute.
Which one?
That one of Dracula right there. Yeah, look at that with the helmet on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's his armor at the beginning.
Yep, that's really
I've
cool.
got some clearer pictures only because I did some real big
digging.
Oh yeah, I went digging, and unfortunately, I actually somewhere have the. Yeah, I actually did.
Sorry.
Stop doing that. You have to remember you're on screen share. I have somewhere, unfortunately, buried in a million tabs, the actual original sketches that were made for the costumes, which obviously I can't find right now because it would take me too long. So instead, you get the actual detailed pictures of specifically the armor and how it was they did it. And from there, I'll see if I can find it of the actual robe, because there's also another robe in particular that was used, I think, towards the end of the film. And this was a very Byzantine robe that drew inspiration from, is it Gustav Klimt? I can never say it's right. It's an artist, the Gustav Klimt. If you saw it, you'd know who he is. Specific painting of The Kiss. And I'll show that in a second. But this is the red robe, more detail of the actual red robe itself. If I can find the goddamn thing. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the full picture that shows just how friggin' long it is. Oh, here we go. To give it that insane billowing effect. And why it is it gave that really larger than life sort of feeling that they did use the special effects side of it in regards to his shadow. You could see it in certain scenes, but when he actually walked, the amount of train that the robe had just made it so profoundly larger than life, despite the fact he looked decrepit as fuck. Come on, he looked completely like he was very much dead and decomposing.
I mean, technically he is dead. He's a vampire, but
exactly. But he looked essentially like a straight up corpse that had been kept in a crypt with cobwebs all over him, all that sort of stuff. And then you have the more Byzantine robe that was used.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that definitely does look like Byzantine Empire.
So you have that, and then I have also the comparison of when he finally came to England at his young state, where again she took away the notion of the archetypal sort of tropes that were used for Dracula. Instead had things like the use of the sunglasses while he's out during I think
the day.
It was in the day and dusk and all that. So it was it was that modernized sort of take on it. It was a very simple change.
Yeah.
And that is just with Dracula. Then I didn't really go into the other male characters, but the two prime female characters being Lucy and Mina, though, is because they are so deeply connected with Dracula in particular. This is where you see it all sort of come together.
So I forget, Sweets, maybe you'll remind me, in the original book, Mina technically still has like vampirism, even though they cure her, right? Like it's supposed to be in her blood or something. I think they go back to that, or Bram Stoker did at a certain point.
I'm trying to remember because it's been insanely long since I last saw the book. In this one, though, if I remember the ending correctly, Mina essentially tells them all to leave, and she stays with Dracula despite the fact that he is dead. Well and truly dead. She stays there. She wants nothing to do with them. So I cannot remember.
That's
that
retarded.
I can't remember if she was ever fully turned or she was half turned and still human. But she, again, it comes back to the fact that they ended up as a couple despite this.
Gay.
That is pretty gay.
as gay as it can be in that situation, I guess. That's the thing. You come back to the girls. You look at the two characters of Lucy Westenra, who is an indulgent, spoiled rich girl, and then you have the counterpart of Mina, this middle-class, very demure and modest girl who is betrothed to John Harker, and who is the one who brought Dracula to England.
Yep.
You'll find from the very beginning, these two women from the very beginning of these two being introduced, the comparison of how the women both dress are polar opposite. Lucy is very flaunting in how she is, with off-the-shoulder and strapless gowns to accentuate that area, her neckline, her cleavage, her shoulders, the whole area.
Titties.
Well, yes, exactly. She's never really hardcore. She's not really hardcore with the cleavage, but it gets the point across. And then you have... Unfortunately, yes, I have my phone on. That's so great. I'm so sorry. I'm having one of those fucking days. Anyway.
Just one of those days.
Yeah, one of those days.
One of those days.
And then
yes, go ahead.
You have
flowing gowns.
Yes, exactly. Well, not even flowing. It's just it really comes down to... This looks
kind of flowing.
That upper part. Oh, we're getting to that. Don't worry, we're getting to that. And then you had Mina. And at the time, at the beginning, she had very high neck, generally cleavage covering costumes to hide any attention to that area, and really good examples of that because I have them too. You might as well get the visual demonstrations of it because it really kind of puts it together in the end.
Okay. Let us see those visual demonstrations.
Oh, you'll see more also a bit later on. A little more profound if I can get them.
Lucy and Mina.
Rock says Jason Schwartzman is Coppola's nephew too.
Oh, is he?
Who is Jason Schwartzman?
Rock calls it Dracula Dead and Loving It is the best Dracula film.
Yes, I agree.
It's very good.
I was thinking of that film the whole time I was doing this. I just remember that scene when Lucy was trying to seduce John, and she asks him something like, "What do you think about the flowers?" And he's like, "Oh, that's nice." And then she turns to him, pushes her tits together, and says, "How about these?"
Yeah.
That's the only thing I remember of that film.
It's a good movie.
It's a great movie. Leslie Nielsen's best.
Yeah, he's great.
So,
I just wanted to see if there's anything else in chat. Go ahead.
So you have those things, and then you have it in sort of broken down to those particular cases of the characters themselves. For Lucy, Ishioka had used an almost reptilian patterned theme to our outfits to symbolize, and it was to symbolize the eroticism and liberal nature of the character. I have no idea. I can understand the eroticism side, liberal nature. I don't know how that fits in with reptiles, but hey.
Because all liberal are reptiles.
Yes, that's probably it, because they're all lizard men and everything. The example that's probably one of the two examples that are used very clearly is firstly, one particular gown that Lucy wears is this off-the-shoulder gown that's emblazoned with embroidered, entwining snakes all over it, which I do have a photo of here somewhere. God, this is where the fun bit comes, where I'm jumping from photo to photo trying to fucking find everything. It's here somewhere.
I could just show it on Google.
If you can find it, because the thing is, I deliberately had.
I could just show random pictures from Dracula.
You could,
like I was doing.
You could. If you can find it, then great.
I have no idea what it is.
I know it. Oh, here we go. I'll just give you this. Unfortunately, I need to find the actual picture of her. No, because I had the picture of her actually
put this
wearing
unfortunate picture up.
If I can find the fortunate picture, which actually gives a better idea of how it looked on her, even better.
Well, that does look reptilian, yeah.
And then you had the other one, which is one of the fundamental and memorable costumes from the film, and that is her bridal / what's the best word? Burial gown.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the best way to put it. This particular gown was essentially
we're talking about gowns.
Yes, we're talking about gowns, but we're going for the reason for the symbolic nature of why it is the way it was used. It was this headdress they used, and the collar that was actually inspired by the frilled-necked lizard.
God.
Yeah, it was that. It was noted as the unfurled frill that was used when those lizards.
Yeah, I know what lizard you're talking about. I forgot that there's an actual dress style that did that. Yeah.
And the thing is, they deliberately used this because the lace collar gave that illusion of Lucy's head being disassociated from her body completely, while the jewel choker that was also used accentuated her neck to a high lead, which of course is a very well-known erogenous zone and the obvious focus of Dracula's attention and desire. And you'll be able to find so many pictures of that particular dress in particular because it is so well known. Then you have
oh, bless you, Jane.
Excuse me. Continue. Can we get the mute button fast enough?
Sure. Then you have the contrast of modesty of Mina. That was really important because they had to convey that at the start because it was so pronounced to the contrast later by another key costume, and that's Mina's blood red dress. And this was a dress that was like open neckline, so it showed her cleavage, and there were floral accents to it, like petal-like trims to the skirting, and the sleeves formed to look like her arms were sprouting out like stamens from the form of inner petals of flower and all this stuff. This all tied back to the whole concept of Mina blooming under Dracula's seduction of her. And again, we find it throwing back to the use of the red and his connection to Dracula, his desires, and the inevitable passion between the couple themselves.
Not to just get away from what we're talking about again, but I kind of remember because you mentioned flowers. I think, isn't the... whoa, shit. Why did that turn on?
He fell out of his chair.
Has he been drinking on an empty stomach again?
Are you drunk?
Are you drunk, Jade?
I'm not drunk, no. The fucking shit turned on. That's why I did that. My fucking screen capture turned on. Stupid fucking... Oh, God.
Oh, this is going so well already.
Hopefully no one saw that.
No, it's not there.
You didn't hide the porn fast enough.
Of course it's
there.
No,
it was me.
It's there. Yeah, it was you.
Yeah, that was me. Great. Fuck.
You gotta keep some tape over that camera.
I guess. It just turned on and my headset turned off for some reason when I was doing that. I have no idea what happened. Fucking Google Hangouts. I guess they finally want...
We'll be looking at the repeat quickly. You won't need to worry about when you go camping anymore.
No.
Yeah.
I still plan to do stuff and covering my face, but fuck it. Anyway.
Where was I at? God damn you.
Well, no, what I was going to say is the whole thing I was trying to get at from a point wasn't, since you mentioned flowers, isn't the fucking Seal song Kiss from a Rose in that movie? I thought it was.
No, that was used for Batman.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yes, Val Kilmer. Is that Val Kilmer's Batman?
Val Kilmer one.
Okay, I thought for some reason it was in the...
I think that's Batman
Dracula
Forever.
one too.
Yeah, I think it was like Batman Forever or something like that. But
this stream will now have to be deleted.
No, it can't be deleted just yet. Not yet. Not after all this. And yeah, you have that. And then even the element of red, even with Lucy's first encounter with Dracula in his beast form, as Genova so kindly showed.
I thought it was a perfect picture.
Her attack, she was wearing nothing but a strapless red nightgown and this flimsy red, I can't remember the word for them, but what goes over the top.
What's the chat saying, by the way? I'm curious. Did anyone see all that?
Yeah, I haven't got chat open.
It says, Gene doxed. Bless your heart, Gene. Self-dox.
I mean, it's happened before. I've shown my face in other communities, but...
Nicely done.
I didn't want to show it here, but oh well.
It happens. You're among friends, and this will just show up on everything else, of course. And there was also...
I don't think Esau will use it against you at all.
No.
Wow. And now this is coming through stupid.
What is it?
I'm getting a repeat of something that I shouldn't be because I'd had it on mute, but clearly not.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. So we're going from that you doxing yourself to this, if it actually works properly. There we go. Now it works. I was trying to get the stream up without it completely fucking up on me, but clearly not. But yeah,
I should have gone to cover the camera instead of trying to like fuck with the settings, but oh well.
Oh well, you're done.
I'm done, yep. It's time to retire from the
time to retire from the internet. So you have
already saw it on Cow, says Taco.
All right.
There we go. That's all right. You've already made it to Cow. You're fine.
Anyway, continue. So it's no way to keep interrupting. I'm just laughing at myself.
Those are at least the good examples that I can use in particular for Dracula, because there was so much put into it. You can see why it is that she won the Oscar for the costume design, because it ended up being that, really. They were the set. They were. And just as an extra value, because even though I said I wouldn't go into the other...
But sweet, you said you wouldn't go into the other.
The other characters, but I did want to just point this out solely for Genova's benefit, perhaps.
Okay.
The Brides of Dracula,
yes,
which have only very small parts in it.
The parts I saw were pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not saying they were bad. I'm not saying that at all. But yes, the one of them in particular, which I think was possibly an uncredited role at the time, was Monica Bellucci. She was one of the Brides of Dracula.
Only one of these. Only one of these women have tits.
No, yes, and that was Monica. She had the tits.
Then those are the ones I remember.
Everyone remembers those particular ones because they were hard to miss. But yeah, in those sort of situations, how they did the costumes for that, they didn't do much because they didn't need to. They were only in about 3 or 4 scenes up. That's being generous, probably. And so it was this weird Grecian sort of concept of concubines and all that. But yeah, you have all that. And then you have one of
Talk about the Cell.
Yes, we'll get to the Cell. Unfortunately, trying to
actually, what I was just thinking is, weren't they supposed to be like more sirenish in the book anyway? So that's kind of what they look like.
That's the thing. I was trying to work it out because they wanted to go with a Grecian look, and the thing is, I was trying to work out: is it harpies? Is it sirens? Is it the Fates? Was it something in particular? And they don't go into that sort of information in regards to minor characters of that nature, and it's really fucking annoying because.
What do you think they are?
I don't know. I was thinking.
Were they singing before? Were they singing before?
Well, this is the thing. What's the difference in general between a harpy and a siren?
Wings. Do harpies have wings?
Harpies do have wings. Sirens also usually look more aquatic.
That's the thing. It's sort of.
So sirens are like mermaids.
Kinda, yeah.
Some say aquatic, and then you have others who say they're half bird, like predatory bird. What's the word? Like
eagle, vulture.
Do harpies sing?
Yeah.
Do they? I can't remember.
Yeah, they sing. They sing to lure people in to smash the boats.
Sirens do that.
Oh, sirens,
That's
yes.
what we're talking about. The
Right.
difference.
Well, I only know the sirens. I only know the sirens from the Odyssey.
Yes, exactly. It's the Odyssey is the only one that I remember.
Those are the only siren that like. That's how I always compare. Like, siren mythology.
Yeah, the sirens are the ones that I remember most, and so
sirens are like related to nymphs too. So and nymphs are aquatic.
Can't they be like sexy ghouls or something?
I mean, Odysseus fucked one.
And the thing is that they were there to entice and lure him, so they did have that siren quality because they were luring him to his doom, basically.
And Circe turns all those men into pigs and then eats them, or they eat them.
That's very true. That's very true.
But they also they turn them into animals.
Yeah,
not the siren. Circe does.
Circe does.
The queen,
and they all turn to pigs.
Yes.
Does Xena Warrior Princess ever fight sirens?
I don't know.
No, but I think they actually did the Odyssey thing with Hercules. If I remember right, if we're talking the Raimi series, I think there was actually a siren episode.
Rock says sirens are Greek mermaids. They are disciples of Poseidon.
Yep, that's correct.
That makes perfect sense.
Now watch as I turn my camera back on.
Go for it.
I'm not going to.
You've already done it. There's no revealing from it. There will be no coming back.
It was like 5 seconds. It was 5 seconds. No one could get a screen capture that quickly. If anyone does get a screen capture that quickly, send it to me and I'll want to off myself. Thank you.
It's okay. We like you, Gene. We'll laugh at you, but we like you. But yeah, so Dracula is a lot easier in the sense of getting information on the cell, though not so much, because these sort of films just didn't have the same sort of prominence. They got a lot of nominations and all that, but nothing for the Oscars and all that. It didn't make it into the Oscars or anything like that. It was sort of a film that it was there and then it got passed on. It wasn't considered that great, which is bullshit because it was a really good dark fantasy kind of film. I mean, we're talking about the nature of going into someone's mind. It was a serial killer's mind, no less. It had everything there in regards to the psychological horror aspect meeting with fantasy, basically.
Probably the only role I like from Vincent D'Onofrio.
I would have to agree. I can't really think of many others, unless you count.
I'm trying to think of one. That's true. Full Metal
Jacket is probably the only other one.
That's true. And it's good because he.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. Okay, let me just flick through all my crap while I do this, because again, we're going through all this fun bit.
You want me to just bring it up on Google?
Yeah, do that while I just screw around with this. Again, it's another film that uses a shit ton of symbolism because it's based on
symbolism.
Yeah, it's a lot of that. It's because it's based on being within the mind of someone, and it's very surrealistic and symbolic in nature.
Be sure not to hit your camera button.
I have tape over my camera.
Somebody was smart.
I didn't think it would turn the fuck on.
Something happened.
That's what complacency gets you.
There's a button on your headphone somewhere that says camera.
No, there isn't.
There is now.
Apparently there is.
It wasn't. Can't be. Thanks, Microsoft. That man is butt-ass naked.
Yeah. This is the scene where his whole cape is on the wall. You remember that scene, Sweets? It's attached to his back.
Yeah, we're talking about because there's no name for his inner beings. I essentially just refer to this guy as the draped one. That's
the draped one.
The draped one, because you have about 4 of them. You have the Gold King, the Horned one, the Reptile, and the Draped one.
What about the woman?
Hang on, which woman?
This woman that I'm showing right now.
No, the other one. That one right there. Up.
This one?
Yeah.
You're talking about, we're talking
That's Jennifer Lopez.
Okay.
That's Jennifer Lopez. She's the psychiatrist.
When she goes in there, she has to like different things happen to her.
This was that particular dress and headgear was when essentially she was captured, and the Gold King.
Is that the reptile?
No, this is the Gold King.
Okay. And I've never seen this film.
Okay, what you're actually seeing there?
It's so fucking good.
It is. It's really underrated. But
the cinematography and it's so underrated.
Mm.
What you're actually seeing there in regards to the Gold King is that mechanism he has, because essentially it's a bed, and he
God.
Cuts open. Yes, he cuts open Vincent Vaughn's character's stomach and starts to take out his entrails. And this bar that he has there, as you can see, there are barbs. So he puts the entrails onto the barbs, and then it starts turning, as you can see. And it's turning and pulling out his entrails. It's fantastically disturbing.
I'm running the PowerPoint.
See, he's doing the PowerPoint side. This is so great. And he has the gifts for it, which is even better.
I'm helping.
You're helping. And the whole marine seahorse thing is just, I don't know, it just adds to how fucked up it is.
So my question is, this is in some nutcase's head then, huh?
Yes, this is a serial killer's head. See, what had happened is that when they went in to capture him, he, I think, hit his head or something, and he ends up in a coma. Mm-hmm. And so they send in this FBI agent, being Vince Vaughn's character, and the psychiatrist who had been working on this technology, Jennifer Lopez's character, to go into this mine to...
Well, now I know it's fiction with Jennifer Lopez making technology like this.
Part of the technology, not making it.
Okay.
She just used it.
She's just a guinea pig.
She's essentially a guinea pig. Now I have to find it.
We're all guinea pigs in this mad world.
Where in this case we absolutely are, especially under this sort of circumstances right now. Okay.
Which one is this, Sweets?
Yeah, what's Satan doing there? The horned one? Is that who you're talking about?
The horned one. Okay, this is really interesting though. This one is the horned one, yes, and it's weird because
it's a fucking sheep squatch.
It's this weird hybrid to me, because to me it was like this hybrid that was very reminiscent of the Chernobog. And what is it?
Steyr?
What is it? Yes, that's probably the word I'm looking for. And the whole Baphomet, maybe Baphomet is what I'm thinking of, because there is a lot of religious symbolism in this.
No, Baphomet has tits, Sweets.
They're not Baphomet. I'm trying to think of the one with the goat half. Who is
Pan? You mean?
Yes, Pan, but also in one of the devils themselves. There is one
that's Mephistopheles. Beelzebub.
Thank you. That's it. Okay.
But Beelzebub's a giant fly.
Baal.
I can't remember which one.
Baal's a giant bull, and ball anyways. It's just fucking
bulls have horns. Did we find it?
I know the one I'm talking about, but I just can't friggin' think of it.
Look, he's even got like bull rings on his nipples.
He just has nipple rings, dude.
But they look like they would be in a bull.
The thing is, actually, this is the thing. This is where the piercing side comes into it. Genova, you see this picture, go up a bit again.
Which one?
Okay. The small one, that's the second. Yep. This one here, and then go to the next row down. No, on the actual page, idiot.
Oh.
Okay, the first one. Yes, this one. This is who I call the draped one. The thing is, these huge panels of fabric.
It's the best scene in the movie.
Exactly, it is. It's really, really cool. These panels of fabric are connected to his back via rings that are pierced into his back. This goes back to the symbolism if you go to the image of the top right of the screen of in his process of his serial killing is that he uses body suspension via piercings. which you can see in the right-hand corner, which you just friggin' passed.
Which one?
To the right above it. Right above the black panel.
Look at it. It's the GIF. You see how the drape comes? You see how his cape comes off the wall?
I see it, Sweets.
Yeah, you know the one I'm talking about. Genova doesn't.
Which one? This one?
To the right. Right.
Fully to the right. There you are.
Good boy.
All the way to the right.
Yeah.
All right.
Why
don't we just call them 1, 2, 3, and 4?
Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that because you don't understand your left to your right.
No, there are problems sometimes.
There are problems like your other right, your other left. You see that sort of thing. And then with the Golden King, this is probably the entire scene itself, the set and everything. It is just this weird marine gold sort of concept. And it's probably the most elaborate costume he wears in regards to the structure, the form, the cut, everything about it. And it sort of, I guess, what's the word? It contrasts to the actual scene itself and the elaborateness of this torture bed and everything and what goes on. And if I remember rightly, for a lot of the time, he's bald in most of his inner forms. He is bald as fuck. Jennifer's actual dress in this scene and the headdress were one of the foundational or fundamental costumes that was used also in this film. It was when the headgear itself was like essentially added to her complete hypnotized state, for lack of a better term. And a lot of headgear was also used in that. And as you can see here is what Genova had brought up. A lot of religious symbolism was used. There is the scene in which she is dressed essentially very similar to the Virgin Mary, and she goes to essentially put the younger version of Carl, who is Vincent D'Onofrio's character, into the water in a baptismal state. Because again, it comes back to the whole religious aspect of the water and drowning his victims. It all ties into this sort of heavy symbolism stuff. It's one of those movies in which, because it deals with the mind and all that, you see it happen. The interesting thing is, though, that sort of ties it back to Dracula is the actual, what's the word? I don't know if
this picture says Dracula to me.
Yeah, I actually have the full size of that poster in particular. It's pretty.
You have it hanging up in your room?
Oh, I would. I wouldn't be down. I would be fine with that. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool painting. I will say that. It's somewhere if things fucking load because nothing is loading for me today.
Like, Jennifer Lopez has some nice titties.
She got a nice ass.
And a nice booty. She has a good booty. Let's face it.
Yep.
She has a pretty booty.
This is from IGN. This isn't the cell.
I'll just add it. I'll just throw.
Who's this one? Who's this guy?
That is. I couldn't tell. To me, this is the reptile.
That's Birdman.
This is the thing. I'm thinking this is reptile. Then I'm looking closer and I'm like, this is really bird-like too. Are we going back to the dinosaur theory?
He's a pterodactyl.
He's a pterodactyl. Exactly. He's a pterodactyl. So it's in here somewhere. The bigger picture of.
It's okay, sweets. Let's keep going.
I'm keeping going. This was at least. In particular, for this particular costume designer, it was because they were so heavily used in symbolism and all that, and how much work that was actually done for it. It reflected in regards to the horror aspects of.
Does this costume designer still do stuff?
She unfortunately died in 2012 of pancreatic cancer, which
shit.
She had actually done some other films that were more fantasy, like The Fall, Immortals, I think was another one.
Mm-hmm.
And she had worked on the Beijing Olympics and one of the Winter Olympics. I can't remember which one, though, if it was Salt Lake City or Nagano, one or the other. But if you look in particular with the cell, the uniforms used during the process of going into the dive, so to speak, I put the link there, it sort of comes back to that sinuous structure that was used for Dracula's armor during the Tapers era. And instead it was more of a form-fitting bodysuit, the same notion of the flayed body. I'm not sure if it was intentional or coincidental that it did come back to that whole thing, but again, it was the whole it was an opening to interpretation of being bare of body and with the cloth which covers the face, void of identity, to isolate the process itself of being to be solely of the mind and all that sort of stuff. It's this sort of thing which you see on the more elaborate scale of costume design being used in horror. That's at least one example of that. The other example that I have was on a completely different topic, and that was using makeup and basic costume in particular to convey horror itself, rather than prior to the use of more SFX makeup and a lot of additions to make things like monsters and all that. And then, of course, CGI became a very reliable source that people started using. So since I've gone about that, please do take over and talk about your parts of it before I start rambling even more on that.
Tell them, Genova.
It's a good movie. What do you want me to say about it? She said everything there was. It's a good serial killer movie. I like serial killer movies.
Do you have any more movies, Sweets, besides The Cell?
From her in regards to horror, no, but just a completely different topic. But again, please, because I've been talking so long, please, for the love of God, go on with what you guys were going to be talking about.
I've got no notes. I've been looking up jerky today.
You've been looking at what?
Jerky.
Jerky, as in
beef jerky.
Beef jerky.
They make jerky out of kangaroos. You know that, Sweets?
Yes, I do. They even make emu jerky, I believe.
They do. They make ostrich jerky as well.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that. Good iron source.
Surprised they don't make cassowary jerky.
They're too hard to catch.
Yeah, and probably too deadly too.
Yeah, exactly. There'd be something in them that'd be just too deadly. Too fucking deadly. So
I was going to ask if you've seen Suspiria or the remake at all.
Not the remake. I saw the classic a very long time ago. That, to me, had its own, plenty of poignancy in regards to set design and lighting and costume design. The problem is, though, I don't fucking remember enough, and I didn't have enough time to actually dive into my notes on that either, because I had done stuff on that years ago. So, yeah, that one gets missed from me. So, unless you guys can cover it, fantastic.
Do you have notes on any other movie?
I do in regards to a different topic, as I was mentioning, more the simplistic thing, which you did see in regards to classic horror films like Bride of Frankenstein and the black and white films, where not a significant amount of additional SFX sort of makeup was used, and strictly makeup was used for things. So again, we're talking about prior to that heavy use to create monstrous forms, the use of makeup specifically to create aspects of light and dark. It's been predominant in earlier films for black and white, but it was used heavily.
Sorry not to interrupt like I always tend to do, but I just realized I decided to go back to see if the docs actually appeared on the stream. It didn't. Only you two saw it.
Okay.
You sure about that?
I'm sure. I'm pretty sure about that.
Do you want me to screen cap? I can screen cap.
If you see a screen cap in the stream, go ahead, Sweets. Go look back. I don't think it is.
No, I'm looking at the stream right now, and I have it paused.
Oh, it did? What the fuck?
Very blurry, extremely blurry.
Okay, what time was it at? I'm curious. I want to see it. You can't see a time. Right.
I can't see a time. You're gonna have to find it yourself.
Oh god, never mind. Continue. That's what we were going on with. You know, actually, no, I'll interject with something here. Sure, why not? I could talk about a horror film set design and costume. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Yes, that is a fantastic example. An amazing example.
Because German Expressionism with the set design and also with the clothing style and period as well.
Absolutely. That was, and just, it's also just, it's how it ended up creating such an impact. Wasn't it also used in the end for a basis for the face of the Joker and things like that?
No, that is The Man Who Laughs by Victor Hugo.
Oh, that's the one I'm thinking of. Whoops. Again, though, even that kind of fits into the whole profile of that sort of horrific and manic sort of, it grabs you, and that's the way that sort of horror works. It grabs onto you, and I kind of like that sort of stuff. It's cool. That to me is more that sort of circumstance in which it happens.
Yeah.
And great, at the moment, I have someone knocking at my fucking door, so please can you just
probably an immigrant.
Probably is, actually. I will be right back. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Thank you.
You know, Dr. Caligari kind of looks a little grappler there, don't he?
This one right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. I can see it in his nose. Here he is.
That's how you really see. Look at that
there
shadow.
He is.
I can't decide if he's more Grablerish or Mr. Benjamin Franklin.
Oh, I mean, you're gonna have to choose on that one. Can't be half and half.
Oh.
His shadow looks like Benjamin Franklin.
He does not.
He looks Grappler.
I mean, if we're talking about films with interesting costume designs as well, since we brought out fucking the Dracula films, let's look at Nosferatu. And look at that costume. Yeah, you got two Nosferatus actually. There's a few. The original here in the black and white, always so very creepy that Max Schreck played him so well. And then you have the one where it's literally that Max Schreck was a vampire. It's that more modern one you see down there.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, that one.
That is from a toy.
No, it's fuck.
This one.
No, that's also a toy.
This one.
No, that's also not it. That's from a different Nosferatu remake. There is
vampire.
Yeah, there's another one where Max Schreck plays like it's not him. It's not actually Max Schreck. It's someone playing Max Schreck, but saying that he's a vampire. And it kind of loses. Well, yeah, I know there is. Yes.
You sure it's not this one?
No, I'm sure it's not that one. Because it's a more modern. Yeah, it's that one right there.
Oh, wait. This one?
No, I'm fucking wrong. It looks like that painted thing, right? You see right there. Not that one either. No, the one that says painted. Go down.
This one.
No, exit out of that.
This one.
Yeah, it looks like that is how that looked, but it's not because that's not from the film either. These are all action figures of Max Schreck. It exists. I just don't remember the name of the film off the top of my head.
This one.
No. It's not in black and white. It's in color because it's an actor playing him.
Is it Willem Dafoe playing him?
Maybe.
Maybe chat knows.
I'm sure Rock knows if he's still here.
This one?
No, it's not that one. That's the more modern one, but that's not the one I'm talking about. No, it's you just keep clicking on the same photos and it's not that. Is it this one? Is it this one?
What about this one?
No, it's not that either. I know what the guy looks like. He looks like an actual person, but he's a vampire. That just looks like an over-exaggeration of a vampire, but Max was better.
I don't know what that one's from.
I don't either. I fucking don't remember off the top of my head what it's from. Give me a second. I'm gonna Google it. Max Schreck.
I am so sorry for that.
Fine. We're talking about Max Schreck.
Shrek. Okay.
You know, the guy who played Nosferatu.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to remember this fucking movie that he. Oh, let's see. Daniel Wiles created Max Shrek, portrayed by Introvert. No, not Batman Returns. Oh, it's The Shadow of a Vampire. Yeah, that's the one that William Dafoe plays, Max Shrek, where he actually is a vampire.
I vaguely remember that film, but I don't think I actually ever saw it.
I was trying to get so Genova could just look it up. It's spooky. Look at him.
I'm sure that'd be perfectly fine if you saw that poking through your window in the middle of the night. Mm-hmm. You're like, "Hi, come on in, have a cup of tea." I'm sure it'd be fine.
I like the fact that it was basically Dracula they had, but they couldn't get the license for Dracula to make this originally short silent film. So they just made their own vampire, because Germany.
I don't know. I reckon in a way that was serendipitous because it became its own iconic form in itself, which is actually really cool. Essentially, they created a whole new character. There's originality for you.
I'm also now remembering it's not a horror movie. I'm remembering the fucking Franz Kafka movie. That's how iconic the clothing was in that.
It's not a horror movie.
No, it's called like K or something. It's based on a Kafka work. But I don't believe it's a horror movie. It's more if it's anything, it's more existential horror than real horror anyway.
The Kate Bush Encyclopedia.
Nosferatu the Vampire.
With a Y. With
a Y. A vampire.
Yes, exactly. We need to be specific about this. It is with a Y.
The Witch director set for Nosferatu remake.
Oh, God.
Nosferatu remake is in the works from Robert Edgers, who wrote and directed the Black Magic Sundance sensation, The Witch. It was a sensation, you guys.
A sensation. So sensational that I don't even know it. Magnificent.
Let's see. So I'm curious about this thing now. It was a film in 1997. It says thriller crime, but I'm pretty sure that's the film I'm thinking of. Let me just make sure. Franz Kafka.
What do you make of this, Sweets?
1 second.
Country Doctor Kafka.
Oh yes, I kept seeing this particular photo kept coming up the whole time. This remake.
The Suspiria remake.
Then you had the original Suspiria original. Right. Who had probably one of my favorite underrated actresses.
Yeah, the film is called Kafka.
Kafka.
Yeah, it's a 1991 French-American mystery thriller film directed by Steven Soderbergh. Ostensibly a biopic based on the life of Franz Kafka, the film blurs the lines between fact and Kafka's fiction, most notably the castle and the trial, creating a Kafka-esque atmosphere. It was written by Lem Dobbs and starred Jeremy Irons as the two-title role, with Teresa Russell, Ian Holmes, Jerome Cobb, Joel Grey, Emil Mashal, and Alec Guinness. Released in Soderbergh's critically acclaimed debut, Sex, Light, and Videotape, it was the first film in a series of low-budget box office disappointments. It has since become a cult film, being compared to Terry Gilliam's Brazil and David Cronenberg's Naked Lunch.
Oh, that's another movie, Naked Lunch.
Yeah.
Let's just show costume. Let's just show movies.
What are you going to show? The fucking... The roach sucks?
Unless I find it.
Well, that's lovely. Look at that.
Fabulous. Is that RoboCop guy?
Yeah, Peter Wellers.
Thank you. I never remember you saying, so I just say RoboCop guy. And everyone knows who I'm talking about.
There's Burroughs himself.
I don't want people to think I'm a faggot.
I didn't realize you didn't want people.
That's what fucking William Burroughs said.
Yeah, to David Cronenberg. He said, make sure people know I'm not a fag.
That's because of the roach sex scene.
Oh God, I didn't realize there was such a scene in it. Sometimes I'm very glad I missed some films.
Is that woman showing her tits?
Probably, or about to.
It was the guy from Jaws, Rob Rob Schneider. And he was in a woman's suit.
Oh. In a woman's suit.
Yeah, because she runs this drug operation where people get addicted to basically the cum of these fucking aliens.
Oh Jesus. Oh my god, I didn't need to know that.
Well, now you do.
Now I do. I learned such interesting things from this particular series.
It's very noir.
Yeah, I can see that. Very.
Isn't the book not like this at all?
The book is written so you can read it in any order. The chapters really don't. Like, it doesn't.
Chapters are standalones.
It's because it's kind of supposed to be like a drug trip. So you're really just coming in at different places. Or
okay,
at least that's how I got. That's the feeling I got from it.
And
druggy.
How many
so like you could probably take the chapters and remake this movie like a dozen times, and it would be different every time, but with the same alien shit.
I'm pretty sure I said to you before, stop giving
faggot shit.
They're listening in.
A lot of faggot shit.
Oh, what'd you say, Sweets?
I'm pretty sure I said to you last time, stop bringing out ideas. They're listening. Don't give them the ideas.
Well, we know that Stephen King's listening.
Did you know he was hit by a van?
I do.
I didn't know that.
Well, now you do.
Now you do.
It's a sad story.
A very sad story. Hey, made me lost my place again the whole time. God,
You're welcome.
It's one of those fucking days. If it's not Eugene, it's something else. This is what happens when there's a time zone.
Mm.
This is what happens. I have people.
Your people
knocking on my door who shouldn't be.
Sorry, you broke up there. What'd you say?
I get stuck with people knocking on my door because it's daytime here, and you don't have to worry about that except for when you turn your camera on.
Oh yeah. So you got the whole screen cap there? You can show it to me.
Yep, I do.
Send it to me over Discord. Yeah.
I'll show it to you later.
Okay.
What was it that was talking? Oh yeah, prior to the use of special effects makeup and additional costume use, I don't know, bodysuits maybe, latex and all that sort of additional prosthetics. There's the word, prosthetics, to create monsters and all that.
I mean, they're probably the best way to go over CGI, honestly.
Oh, absolutely. I could not agree more. CGI really, it's not the same. It's really not the same at all. Because it's CGI, it's flat, it's most of the time extremely obvious, and it lacks that substance and realism to it, something solid. I can't think of a better word. It's literally because it's solid in comparison, it gives you the realism of it, and it's also far more creative in a way.
Roy Scheider. Thank you, Rock.
Scheider, there we go. It's not to necessarily diss the amount of effort that goes into CGI, but the work, both creating the costumes, but also the time spent having to deal with makeup and all that, and the time goes into it, and the effort and the investment of it is something to be appreciated. And we all know poor Bruce Campbell, how many days he had to spend covered in red dye and corn syrup. Evil Dead.
Yep.
He wrote very specifically about that in his autobiography.
Yeah, isn't that his autobiography called Just the Chin?
Yes, or the Greatest Chin in Hollywood, one or the other. But I strongly recommend people read that particular autobiography because it is actually a fantastic read.
Yeah, he talks a lot about sometimes working with Raimi and a lot of stuff of like, oh yeah, I fucking hated being covered in all this shit.
Raimi is a sadist, particularly towards Bruce, and I'm pretty sure it's because they've been friends so long. He bullies the fuck out of Bruce, and he has for years. It is one of my favorite things to read about.
Yeah, they have been friends for a very long time because the first thing he actually did before the proper Evil Dead was they made that like Evil Dead 8mm film or 16mm.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was called like Cabin in the Woods is what that was actually called. You can find it on, I found it once on YouTube when I was watching a long time ago.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
The greatest chin in Hollywood is Robert Zadar.
Okay, that's the one. Yeah, so that's probably why he changed.
No, it's Robert Zadar.
No, it's Robert Zadar.
No, that's. I don't know. I think that's up to
the greatest chin. I don't think it's a competition at all. I think Robert Zadar wins by default.
Well, he is dead, so he wins that way.
See, now you can't overtake him. You'll never overtake him. He's dead. He goes out on top. He's king.
King.
The legacy has been set.
If chins could kill.
If chins could kill.
Says Rock. Yeah.
Yep. Chins could kill. That's right. That's the autobiography you need to take off your library suite. It's like me taking off books from mine.
I'm not made for remembering things. That's why I have to write everything down, then ramble on like a complete lunatic.
Within the Woods.
Within the Woods, yeah.
Within the
Woods. That's
right.
One,
yeah.
I guess.
That's the one that I was talking about was the film.
Oh, okay.
It's not called Cabin in the Woods. It's called Within the Woods.
Rock says CGI should be used to remove stuff, never to add. Hawk says CGI should be used sparingly. Its overuse is what has tarnished it.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think we can all agree that the more CGI, the worse. Because now they're just like CGI blood.
Yeah,
that's the fucking point.
Yeah. I mean, I
CGI stab wounds.
I expect that sort of thing. The CGI use, the overuse of CGI in things like the Tokyo Gore B-grade stuff, because it's part of the trashiness of it. Like Tokyo Gore Police in particular, you did have scenes of the fake.
I wonder if I can show Tokyo Gore Police.
In the fighting scenes,
probably not.
It was a lot of computer animated.
You think we should show it anyway? You think I can show it?
Well, G's going to take down the stream anyway.
I mean, he's controlling it. It's his
I'm
stream.
the one in control, and I kind of want to show it.
Okay, well, Gene wasn't to demand to take the stream down, so...
I don't think we'll get taken down.
I don't know. I'm the one who wants it down because my docs is in it.
Oh.
Obviously. I don't give a shit. People can see what I look like. I don't care.
I just want to see Tokyo Gore Police.
And people want to see my face. That's the world we live in now, isn't it? I really don't care. I used to show my face all the time. I just don't on this side of the internet for the obvious reasons.
For the obvious reasons, and I'm sure on a stream of this nature of not having thousands upon thousands of people watching, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't think anyone will give too much of a fuck.
Exactly. Some of these though, I don't know. They might. Oh, actually, the one up the top.
Is that a penis?
Yeah.
I didn't show it.
Nobody saw that. We're not going to see that. And you can see.
There you go.
Oh, God.
There we go. Snail girl, yes. And then you've got the machine gun tits.
Stop showing the machine penis.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, this one's great. This is the Gimp girl with katanas for legs and arms.
I remember that one.
This is fantastic. This is one of the better ones.
I did.
How the fuck did she get around?
The picture right next to it will show you to its right.
Did you hear what I just said? I'd date that.
There she is. Walking.
There you go. That's how it works. Now,
if you kick that thing, you just cut off your leg.
That's some practical use of prosthetics. I am curious though if this was CGI, if they literally got someone who had
prosthetics,
who was an amputee, and did this.
You know what I don't get? It's an off-topic thing again, but this is me. Why do people actually willingly get prosthetics that don't need it? There are people that do that without deformities or anything.
That's the thing. I don't understand those kind of levels of extreme body modifications. It's the same people who. Why do some people bisect their dicks? That's
because the axe looked real tempting at the time. Obviously.
I don't know. Did he go the full way? Because I'm talking the full way. I'm not talking. I'm not talking just tip. And there we have Itao Itsuji. This is him in this film. Again, no one will know who I'm talking about unless they've watched the Butts of the series that I've done.
Sweet. Some abo or something outside your house just really revved their engine up. I heard it.
Oh, no, that's unfortunately because I live near main use road and there are a lot of bogans and pea-platers and faggots around here.
Okay.
Or should I say faggot? Or fago drinkers? What's the word I'm allowed to use on YouTube?
That's the first time I've heard you use that word.
No, that's because I'm not allowed to use it anymore, and I keep forgetting. If you hear me in Discord, though, that's a different reason.
A lot of faggots around here.
A lot of faggots.
So, did you hear the whole thing, too? Again, more off to... Oh, never mind.
What?
It's technically not nudity because her nipples are not there. They took them out and they stitched them over.
She has a monster mouth.
This is wonderful. Yeah, this
she gets like cut in half, doesn't she?
Possibly, yes. I think she was the one who was turned into.
Because whatever your injury is, like a mortal injury, that's what it turns into a weapon.
Yeah.
Or mutates or whatever.
So why is that? I forget the whole reason why that happens.
I stopped looking for reasons for what happens.
Yeah, you don't look for reasons in the plot or these films. What you do is watch them and enjoy them for what they are.
Which is adult Power Rangers.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's the same with...
It's like adult horror Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Robo-Geisha, same thing. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. But, yeah, that girl in particular has a very fancy version of Vagina Dentata.
Thank you.
What do you make of this red umbrella outfit here, Sweets?
I like it. I like it.
What is it? Is that a kimono?
What's the symbolic reason for it, Sweets?
This one doesn't
have with his hands cut off. What does that symbolize? Is he Christ?
There is no symbolism in these films. They just are what they are.
Do you think we can show Machine Girl?
Possibly, because I think it's a little less than, say, Mutant Girl Squad or one of the others.
Oh, what about what is it? Vampire Girl versus Frankenstein Girl?
Vampire Girl versus Frankenstein Girl, you're more likely to find a little less nudity and all that, but you'll find plenty of great pictures, not as much gore as the others.
You know, obviously one of the greatest horror icon things is obviously El Santo. Because he is dressed fighting vampires in his luchador outfit.
You see a lot.
It responds to my bashfulness.
The arse is a fantastic place for a weapon, apparently, if you watch Mutant Girl Squad and all these other films.
Well, haven't you seen, Sweets, lately that people want to fuck the black hole?
Oh no, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, I knew somebody was gonna do something like that.
Oh god.
This is why we can't have anything nice.
When everything gets ruined.
Everything forever.
What do you think of it, Sweets?
Very practical. Not so great if you want to wear a top, but very practical. I still wish I could remember the film, that Japanese film where the girl inserts a specific weapon that's like a bear trap. And so
Storm Warning.
Storm Warning.
Is it Storm? Is this Japanese?
Japanese, yes. And she was a hooker.
The one I'm thinking of is Australian.
No, not the glass. This is the completely different one.
All right.
It was a literal like bear trap sort of thing. And so when the guy tries to fuck her, it snaps off his dick like harder. It's fantastic. I loved it. I thought it was a very great little
I loved it. I love seeing it. It's great.
It's hilarious.
It's so funny.
It sounds awful. It hurts already.
It could be worse. I mean, she could have taken off everything.
It could be worse. That's about as worse as it gets. The next step after that is dead.
No, eunuch would have been much worse. I mean, they take literally everything off.
No. Kill me.
Kill.
I'll keep that in mind if I ever.
No. Don't even think about it.
I'm having deja vu for some reason.
What about a robo? What's this?
Robo-Geisha.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Yeah, you looked at the geisha, and that's what reminded you of it.
Yes, and you have Takumi Saito playing the villain in that, one of his more random weirdo.
Best kill in the movie right here.
This is, it's not as...
Don't even...
It's good, but it didn't have a bigger budget as, say, Tokyo Gore Police, stuff like that. It wasn't as well known, but it was still hilarious as hell. It was still a great watch to have for that sort of.
Sorry, I'm laughing at something else. Oh yeah, those two. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember what this film's about?
Vaguely I do. I'm trying to remember if
right now it's about this.
Right now.
Right now it's about
doesn't she transform into a giant robot at a certain point too, or is that the villain? Or I remember that happening.
Yes, I'm trying to remember. I know the villain does, and I'm trying to remember if she herself does, or if it's a bit of a transformer kind of thing where they all.
God.
This is my favorite one. This is actually a really cool one. The circular saw part. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. That was a good idea. That was actually a pretty nifty sort of concept to add to it. But yeah, if you look down in the other ones, you can see her in tank form.
My ass and my anus.
She put shrimp in his eyes.
Yeah, she literally stabbed him in the eyes with Ebi shrimp.
Actually, it's tempura, isn't it?
Sorry, Ebi tempura.
Oh my god.
There you go, her tank form.
This one?
To the right, number 5, top row.
This one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've turned into a tank now.
Yep.
That's what it says right there.
Very casual.
Very casual. Well, she is a robot.
Yeah.
And she's playing one of those Japanese guitars.
It's a sitar, isn't it?
It's either I think it's a shamisen.
Whatever.
I think a sitar has to be like flat on the ground, right?
Yeah, and I think that's like, isn't that Indian?
Whatever.
Whatever. It's one of those ones.
Some minority thing. Foreign weird thing.
If it's not a guitar and Elvis didn't play it, why should I care?
No comment. I abstain from comment on that one.
What was this movie about?
Titties.
Yeah. No, in the end, they're all about titties, one way or another. But you were going to look up, what was it? Vampire Girl versus Frankenstein Girl.
I never remember which girl was first.
I think it's Vampire Girl.
I like how that just fucking showed up. There was vampire diarrhea.
Yes, this one had the Ganguro blackface, which was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was the second thing that popped up when I typed it in.
Yes, it's great.
Aren't they having like a slit your wrists competition?
All I ever want to do is slit my wrist, slit my wrist, slit my wrist.
Actually, in these sort of films, there's actually a hilarious amount.
Oh, God.
Yes, this is the Ganguro tribe they had, which is hilarious because, yeah, you had the hardcore blackface girls trying to be black, but the one who's actually the blonde, I think she was literally an actual model for one of the Ganguro magazines, like Egg or something like that at the time.
Egg.
It says, we're the Ganguro, like a sushi roll, like a lump of coal. We got rhythm, we got soul.
So yeah, why don't you explain Ganguro culture to the chat, sweets?
Okay. Ganguro was one of the...
Sorry, the picture, look at
that. The fat lips and all that, that's not Ganguro. That's just a fantastic...
The being Donnie T is being Ganguro. Go on. Talk about it.
I don't. They did this strictly because Ganguro and B-Girl and all that. They were type of Gyaru subculture fashions that were very reminiscent and inspired by more black fashion, the way, because it's all to do with like a hyper reimagining.
A fucking plate in her lip.
Yep.
When they did this film, this was probably the most extreme take on it I'd ever seen for humor, and it was so funny to see because they did not give a shit whatsoever, and that's what made it so wonderful.
What Japanese movie is this, Sweets?
This is not. This is not. This is the male counterpart to Ganguro, and this is an outdated fashion right now. Here. But there are still girls in the West who do this shit, and they look like they're doing blackface all the time because they're white girls who put on a fuck ton of really dark bronzer and all that with the giant white stripes up their nose if they're doing manba, and they look like blackface. It's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. But with these ones with like Vampire Girl versus Frankenstein Girl, I think it was this one where they had the wrist slitting competition, and I think in the case of Vampire Girl, it's her blood that solidifies and is her weapon.
She's got a
little thing there,
a leg there, and it works as like a propeller.
Possibly. I can't remember that, or if it's just flying over her head after she's chopped someone up. I genuinely cannot remember. I think it could have been actually just.
I might be making things up, but I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility.
It could very well be in the realm of possibility.
With a film like that, I have no idea. There's so much happens in those movies that I have
to send Sweet that picture because I reminded myself and I want to see her react to it live on air.
Wait, what? No, what sort of picture is it first?
You're welcome. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, what? I need to know the picture. Need to know.
Here you fucking go.
Where are you sending it first?
Discord. There you go. You don't need to see it.
I
mean, you don't need to show it on stream. I can say that. It just reminded me of something.
I'm gonna hate you, aren't I?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, if this is anything that is in my list of crossing the line, you're in deep shit. I'm
okay. Cool. Here you go. Take a look.
I'm waiting for it to just load. I'm waiting for Discord to load so I can see, and I'm going to hate you so much. I know
okay.
I am. God. Okay.
I'm waiting. there we go.
What the? Okay, can I have context of this picture? Was it just an original piece, or was it actually in relation to something?
I don't know. It just reminds me of those the tits with mouths that we saw on that one thing.
I can say that I've actually seen a film where I'm pretty sure it might have been Mutant Girl, but in which she had mouths chomping on her tits.
You mean tit mouths?
Yeah, they were chomping.
I mean, obviously that's a clown. It's a monster clown.
She had katanas that would come out of her tits, and then the one that came out of her ass, and they were very they're very creative in regards to their weaponry in these films. And zombie ass I have not seen, and now I do want to see it. I hope I get to see it because it looks so fucking horrible and disgusting, and this is why I said Human Centipede was made for Japanese viewing in particular. Oh no!
Speaking of which.
Oh god!
Oh my god!
Got a Human Centipede right there.
This stream is
this stream's gonna go down without me doing anything. Oh, wonderful.
Genova did you a solid.
Yeah, you'll have to show me the picture, see how blurry it is.
It has everything to do with what we're talking about. Everybody's been fully clothed. There's been no nipples shown.
Technically, they were fully clothed, and it's just that
if it gets taken down for anything, it would be good. If it gets taken down for anything, it's going to be gore.
Blocked in New Zealand.
But it's fake gore. It's all fake gore, and it relates to what we're talking about. This whole thing is about all this.
It couldn't be more fake when it comes to these B-grade kind of films in particular. They're made to be over the top, and they use a lot of...
Remember, lads, to subscribe to Cognitive Thought. Oh, sorry, I meant Orbiting Esau.
Remember Orbiting Esau, subscribe, and enjoy this kind of content. Oh my god.
We'll still be here.
Oh my god. I love this.
We haven't done anything wrong.
Now. I have to track this film down now. This is beautiful.
Anal Volcano.
Volcano.
See, this is why I always recommend if you want to watch.
Thank you, Rock, because Rock brought it up in the chat.
What did he bring up?
Rock, really
what the fuck?
Zombie Toilet of the Dead.
Don't tell me that's another quote
zombie ass
toilet of the dead.
Toilet of the dead.
Oh my god. This is amazing. This is so terrible and amazing.
Mouth to mouth.
Mouth to mouth.
Oh god.
Of course that's a line in it. Why wouldn't it be?
See, there's only a certain point in which you just get to, okay.
Zombie ass 2.
Can anyone hear me shuffling my cards, by the way?
Yes, we can hear it. Don't worry, it just goes with everything else.
All right.
I like the fact that he's wearing a Jinro top.
Jinro's a good anime.
Yeah, it is. But you might not want to flick those cards so much because it sounds like something else.
Oh, you mean like... Jesus, that's a lot of fart.
And it's with the demon face, no less.
Yep.
Yeah, look at that.
The poop demon.
Poop demon. Oh god.
I mean, safe search is off, obviously.
Oh god, this is just getting
worse. I'm a mad lad.
You're a mad lad, right? We're just. Oh my god, this is getting worse.
I did just get this deck today, by the way. It's called the Little Deck of Horrors.
Why would this be in here?
The horror theme deck.
Why would this guy show up?
I don't know. Did he fart?
Probably.
Maybe. Hey, there he is.
Hey.
Is that Tommy Wiseau?
Yeah.
Yes, that is Tommy.
Why does his fat look so? Why does his fat look so? Why does his face look so fat?
That's because he has a very wide jawline.
Jesus.
Another chin.
He's also a lot older now, so you know the skin's starting to sag and all that.
I mean, he already looked like a zombie, anyways, in that film.
I know exactly, but come on, fantastic.
You can kind of see it in his chin already, starting right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he looks like
Tommy Wiseau isn't even.
He kind of looks like the Crypt Keeper.
He does, yeah.
With hair, I guess.
Yeah, that's the Jamaican Crypt Keeper right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me do it, man. Have you seen my film, The Room?
Give me another movie.
Okay.
That has like ridiculous stuff that we can look at.
Mutant Girl Squad.
Mutant Girl Squad?
I thought we already looked at Mutant Girl Squad.
No, we did not.
Look at Machine Girl.
Oh. They all blur to me.
Exactly.
They all look the same to me, would be something Esau would say.
And something you would say.
I wouldn't say it. Bankers still look the same to me.
They have a bit more diversity.
Yeah, a little bit.
There, no. You missed it. The girl with the katana tits.
Where?
Open up that image again. Now in the icons, it's the bottom left one of the thumbnails. It's wonderful. I love it. And yeah, the one with the.
I don't know if we can show that. There's a nipple right there.
It's not a nipple. It's the protruding of the point of the katana. That's not a nipple.
This is for educational purposes.
Only.
Exactly.
They've got to keep us up now.
It's practically National Geographic. And yeah, the other girl, chainsaw ass. That's it.
This girl's got ice cream with tits.
Yeah.
Mutant Girl Squad 4?
Exactly.
Are there 4 of them?
How many fucking movies are there of this?
There's only one.
There's a chainsaw on her ass. Right?
Chainsaw ass.
Chainsaw ass. There we go. A lot of them don't get sequels. Like Tokyo Gore Police was talked about getting a sequel, which I would have been really happy for, but no, it never happened.
And even he has tits.
Even he has tits that probably go chomp chomp.
It's a very progressive movie.
Oh, very, very progressive, especially since Sakaguchi, if I remember rightly.
All Japanese horror is liberal.
Very liberal.
Oh, I want to look one of them up. Hold on.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, here we go. Are we going trailers? Please, can we go to the trailers?
We can't all watch the trailers, sweets.
Oh, but is that the copyright part of it?
Yeah, possibly.
Why does it kill you?
Oh, I'm sure the trailers would. This movie's fucking us. If any movie's fucking us, it's this one. All I've seen is tit.
tit, alien, tit, alien, tit.
Sex scenes, but we don't talk about them.
Who the fuck is this dude?
Ichi the Killer. This is one of Takeshi Miike's. This is the one that was like banned and considered so disgusting and all that. It was, if I remember rightly, it was a manga adaptation. It's one of the more notorious ones.
What's an adaptation of?
A manga.
Oh, okay. Called Ichi the Killer?
Ichi the Killer, that's what it's called.
Okay.
And as you can see, he has a slit mouth.
He's got the gangrene mouth there.
There's no love in your violence. I love that quote. It's like it kind of turns into a superhero movie.
Yeah, it's
the end.
Yeah, it's a very weird.
I mean, not superhero, but like
it's if you want to go
vigilante, Japanese Batman.
It's
Japanese ice skater.
All right, enough of this weeb shit. Let's move on to Nightbreed.
Oh, here it is, right here.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
That guy.
Nightbreed's a good one.
Let's see him. Yeah, that's right. There we go. Look at that man. It's Moon Man right there.
I'm having flashbacks to my childhood. I remember.
Why did you have a moon face?
No, this is because I remember seeing the film when I was like 5 years old or something like that. I remember.
You saw fucking Nightbreed when you were 5?
Yeah, I saw Hellraiser when I was 5 too.
Oh,
that explains so much.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, the first time I watched like a horror movie or two, I was probably like 6 or 7. So
I actually remember this is like actually what did traumatize me.
This is David Cronenberg.
Yeah, that's David Cronenberg.
Looking very fantastic.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Sweets. What were you saying?
It wasn't Nightbreed or Hellraiser that traumatized me as a kid. What traumatized me was actually I had walked in on my dad watching Psycho, and it was literally right at the shower scene.
Oh.
I really thought that sentence was going to go a whole nother way.
What? You think I'm going to drop something?
You were leading up. It was almost there.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
I was traumatized because I walked in on my dad. It just...
No.
Right after Dad is when it...
Yeah, I know. As I was saying it, I'm thinking this could go very badly if I stutter right now. So I was very careful. He was watching Psycho, the original Psycho, and it was the shower scene. Exactly that point. That's what traumatized me as a kid.
You know, I'll say this too about the whole David Cronenberg's outfit there. I've never seen a killer with a more uniquely designed mask.
I like this mask.
Yeah, I do like the mask a lot. If I had a copy of it, I'd bring it to a camping trip and scare the shit out of Esau.
Well, technically, you could make it easily enough.
I mean, you could. It's just I'm too lazy.
It almost looks like a burlap. Is that burlap?
Yeah. It's kind of like
zipper,
burlap
and button eyes.
Yeah. How do you see out of the button eyes?
I don't think he...
It looks like there's little holes. Like, do you see like the tip of the finger? Is that reflection?
Yeah.
Because he's got another one over here.
If you're claustrophobic, that'd be creepy as shit to
like right under the X. He's got 2.
It's reflection. I'm telling you now, that's reflection
from like a light source.
The thing is, if you look towards the center of the button,
of course,
that's where you can see a hole.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Sorry, to the what do you call it? The left side of the cross, on the right, on the...
You know what? You're confusing Genova because he has no idea what directions are.
1 or 2. This one, left is 1.
2. If you look at 2 on the left side of it,
right here.
The other left.
Your other left, Genova.
Your other left.
But I said...
No, she knows. You're not pointing at the right spot. That's what she's saying.
I said button number 2 on the left side of it. There. That's where the hole is.
Yeah.
Well, what if he's got 4 of them?
Good for him, I guess. And more to see through.
Because I see it. Now that we're pointing them out, I see a bunch of them.
Yeah. I mean, you see through... I see what it is. It's the fabric looser in that spot, so you can see through it.
Mm.
But it looks weird because the button's over where the eyes would be, too. That's a nice poster, Nightbreed.
Which one?
The one all the way at the left. Yeah.
I haven't seen this one before.
It's definitely for Nightbreed.
Actually, no, it's a comic book.
Yeah, isn't it the
That's Clive Barker's Nightbreed, yeah, Volume 1.
Nice.
Paperback, May 26, 2015 on
look,
Amazon.
a Misfits poster. You see that?
Where? Oh, yeah, always with the Misfits. It's got Nosferatu on it.
It does. That's a cool costume.
Now, isn't like the main like when they go down, like they live below the cemetery, right?
Yeah, they live in the inner city.
But there's like something from hell down there, isn't there? Like it has like a, I don't know, I can't remember what they call it.
Portal?
No, they call it like.
Yeah, there is something from hell down there. You're right. There's some kind of thing to hell down there. Yeah.
They call it something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And it's like alive.
Yeah, I know. I don't remember what it's
chat
called.
now? Sweets, check chat.
Okay, I'll check chat. I'll do
so I don't have to stop sharing. See what they've got to say.
But that's what ends up killing David.
Ask you to stop stalking him. He knows that you're a Regan agent.
Well, sorry, say that again, Sweets.
Gee, Mr. King asked me to ask you to stop stalking him because you're a Reagan agent. That was
okay. Okay. I hit him with a van. He was wrong.
And Porky said it. We only want Moppy stocks, and that's true. We only want Moppy stocks.
I don't remember this from Nightbreed.
It was in there.
Who is that guy? What kind of shirt is he wearing?
One I'd probably wear.
Look at that. I don't remember that. Oh yeah, this guy's just kind of wearing a face.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe this will actually help if I do that. Jeez.
But yeah, I know that whatever's down there gets David Cronenberg.
Of course.
Yeah, because he's kind of like.
Well, he's insane.
He is a villain of the movie.
Yeah.
But then there's like.
We haven't talked about Hellraiser yet.
Yeah.
That's coming up next because it can't not be.
I'm bringing up the Cenobites right now.
The Cenobites, if you've got so many to friggin' choose from, my God. I mean, they all have such amazing costumes and design.
Oh, look at that. It's Pinhead with Pinhead. I just saw that.
Which one? Should I go back?
No, yeah, go back. It's down there. It is. You see
Ooh,
it?
the Bride of Pinhead.
Oh my!
Oh, is that on Amazon?
Hang on. How can a
Facebook?
Being, how can a being which has no concept of love have a bride?
Have a bride.
Because Frankenstein had no concept of love.
That was a little different because it was to do with Dr. Frankenstein trying to.
Don't you think like?
No, Sweets. The monster's called Frankenstein, not the doctor.
But don't you think like in like the setting of like hell or something, like a bride takes on a different type of meaning?
Look at all the Cenobites there.
Like as like a sacrifice, like souls.
I guess so.
Look.
Or like a.
Yes, you can see the Chatterer and Angelique
ritual.
and She Who Shall Not Be Named and Butterball and the twins.
Yeah, you see it in that big picture. No, not that one. Go up. All the way to the left. It's art.
There you go.
Look at that.
You got Frank, She Who Shall Not Be Named, Pinhead, the Chatterer,
What's the
Butterball,
scorpion tail one?
That one's from number 2.
That's the Leviathan thing.
Yeah, that was it the Doctor?
Yeah, the Doctor gets converted by the Leviathan to be his puppet.
Yeah, but who I don't see in it is what's her name? The mother-in-law, the stepmother. I forgot her name though.
I
thought She Who Not Be Named was the.
No, She Who Not Shall Be Named was not. She was one of the Cenobites which came through in the first film with.
Oh, that one, yeah, right there. I meant the other one. That's the. I thought the stepmother-in-law was.
Angelique came in with bloodlines.
Oh, did she?
Mm. That's
That's
Angelique.
right. Yeah, that's right.
And the twins, or one of the twins, because you have those twins, and then you had the Wire twins, which came in at a later film.
And those films started really sucking after Bloodlines. I'll be honest with you.
No, Bloodlines is where I cut it off, but that one where they brought back.
It's just getting started at Bloodlines.
It's just getting started, huh?
The ride's just getting started.
I just the other ones when I was like, oh no, but the one where they brought back Sally, God, I forget her name. I'm probably saying her character's name wrong, but when they brought the daughter back, that film ended up being pretty good, unexpectedly good.
I see Chatterer again. That one. That guy with the eyeball. Camera.
That was the cameraman.
John Carpenter.
That's John Carpenter?
Was it?
Is it really?
Really?
No, it just looks like him.
Yeah, that one.
He's doing that thing with his eye with the fucking, like it's a camera.
He was a cameraman, and that's
if he had white hair, it's John Carpenter. Like, but he's a Cenobite, so that's what he would look like.
All horror is liberal.
So liberal.
So why does... I guess that's a good question. So why did they keep making more and more Cenobites? That's not really how it would work, right? I mean, the Leviathan did because it was using them to further its own ends. But
I don't understand because it didn't really happen in the first. In the second,
the only reason it happened is because of the Leviathan.
Yeah, the second it happened because they were there and it was the Leviathan. In the third, though, I don't know because if I remember rightly, it was to do with the massive stone because Pinhead was trapped in the stone, so the stone was getting fed to release him, similar to what happened to Frank, in a way. And
Frank came up from the fucking floorboard, sweets.
Exactly. So it was a little different, but the thing is he was trapped in the stone. And the thing is what I don't understand is in that film, if it was that they were trying to raise an army or something of that nature, I don't know. It was a weird film. The third was a weird film, even though it gave the origins of how Pinhead became Pinhead, and then they fucked it all up because they wanted to give a whole other story about it, which makes no sense.
And Bloodlines?
No, not in Bloodlines. In Bloodlines, it didn't even... Did it go that far? Was he in it from the very beginning? I thought that was just strictly about the puzzle box.
Maybe.
That's about... Bloodlines is about, like, the lineage of the box maker, the toy maker.
Yeah.
The toy maker.
Exactly. The toy maker.
It starts with the guy who made it, and then it follows his family all the way into space.
All the way into space.
I think it even starts in space.
It does. It starts there and it has the flashback and ends back in space. It's that circular.
I thought Pinhead's origin was in the second one.
It is. No, it's not. It's in the third.
No, it's in the second.
Well,
because he sacrifices himself to stop the thing, so he stops becoming a Cenobite, then dies. Remember?
Then it's in both of them that they
screwed it up in the third one. Then, sweets.
I don't know because the thing is they started because I remember because I don't know, maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but I keep thinking he was also in the third film.
Yeah, he was. He was the main antagonist in the third film.
No, I mean that they had also more scenes in regards to him.
Maybe they did.
That's what I'm saying.
But they probably fucked it up in the third film. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying they probably fucked it up in the later ones, you asshole.
Is this a fuck up?
Oh yeah,
major fuck up.
Are you sure?
Today is gonna be the day when they're coming right back to you.
You don't think this is the peak of Hellraiser right here?
No,
this is the high note. This is a high note.
Peak fat face right there.
This was the high note of when Hollywood tries to rape and kill a series.
Not everything would be Leprechaun.
He's definitely got rape face.
Oh, he's definitely got rape face.
Look at rape face.
A definite rape face.
Let's not have the actor who's been playing Pinhead come back. Let's get somebody new.
Someone younger, someone more youthful, and
someone with a fatter face.
Somebody with a stupid head.
He does have a really stupid head. Come on, let's face it. It looks like he's starting to get a double chin because of how the pins are.
Mom doesn't understand my pin fetish. I'll show her. I'll show them all.
The Chatterer was perhaps one of the scariest out of all the Cenobites.
No, the Fat Man was.
Butterball, I don't know. I'd still say the Chatterer.
I mean, Butterball's obviously Esau.
Okay, yeah, but the thing is, we already know of Esau and he's far away. I don't need to worry about that. I don't need to see him. The Chatterer you hear in a very different way. The sound of him and going on also with how he looks, it's very fucking disturbing. Esau, on the other hand, you can turn off. You can just turn him off. As soon as he starts talking about Palestine and Jerusalem, you can just turn it off.
I have no idea what I opened.
What the hell did you open?
Oh, porn. Probably porn.
Welcome to a virus. Enjoy having it.
Oh, I just wanted to save it. Okay.
Just add it to the rest of this. What's going on with the stream? Why not?
There's the Bride of Pinhead again. I saw that.
I think they show you. Do they show you how these two are made in Bloodlines?
Yes,
this is Bloodlines.
Yeah, this is Bloodlines, and they were two security guard twins. And if I remember,
that's right.
What twists their actual face is this mechanical thing. They get shoved in, or it attaches itself to each of their faces and starts turning.
By the way, go to the third picture in that.
In third thumbnail.
Yep. Isn't that the stepmom? Oh no, never mind. It's a revelation. Never mind. No.
Fucking idiot.
Never mind. I'm the idiot.
You are the idiot, undoubtedly.
We're all the idiot here. Oh god, what the hell is that?
Dumb as fuck.
That's from number 3.
Oh. I forgot about that ugly ass dude. Besides the guy with the camera in his face.
Yeah, besides cameraman dude.
The uglier dudes.
The uglier dudes who are not Butterball.
Nope. And not Pinhead. Dischead.
Dischead. Yes, the CDs. Yes, that's right. And I think the other one was electricity or something like that.
Yeah, it is. It's a paramedic.
Yes, that's right. I think it was a paramedic. There, that's the stepmother up.
There, this is the stepmother.
No.
Look
at his face. Look at his face.
Oh yes, it's full of CDs. That's what you do.
Look at his face.
Today is gonna be the day when it comes right back to you.
Why does he look like that?
Because he's squinty.
Because he's a Cenobite. That's why.
Okay,
and
close it.
I think he's lots of bondage.
This is the stepmom?
That's the stepmother. And it would have to be in Hellraiser 2 if you.
No, it's Hellraiser 1.
No, I know that, but I'm saying it would have to be in Hellraiser 2 if you can find out how she ends up in her form in the hell.
Yeah, because it's she gets in contract for the Leviathan after the doctor does. Or maybe it's before. I don't remember.
I can't remember. I really can't remember.
Me either. Obviously, the Bride of Pinhead's the best one.
Clearly. Between that and Revelations, of course.
Spike, Hellraiser, what the fuck?
Wiki fandom.
Christy, thank you, Rock. I don't know why I kept thinking Shelley or Sally. It's Christy who's the daughter. God.
What up? Chad, say anything else?
Discriminatory. Best scene in Hellraiser 3 when he kills all the people at the nightclub. Yes, that was actually pretty good. Rock Lobster says Judgment was actually good. If that was the Christie one, I don't know. I can't remember the name. I can't remember what its specific name was.
Today.
Stop it. Look, we know I have terrible memory. We know this for a fact.
Hellraiser Engineers. Yeah, that's right. The Engineers are those creepy ass demon things.
Yeah, very creepy things that make no sense whatsoever. But then again, do any of them?
Well, Clive Barker once wrote about falling whales from the sky, so you tell me if it makes sense.
Okay, fair enough.
But that was an homage to it's an homage to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Judgment is the newest one. Okay, so it was sarcasm. Okay, I understand.
I am bored again.
That's the stone from Hellraiser 3 that Pinhead was trapped in.
Hellraiser 3 is the best Hellraiser.
I've actually seen a manga series that copies the whole stuff of the like skinned body thing that Hellraiser implies. It was actually pretty good.
There's a few which sort of use that sort of concept, but there is one in particular that does sort of the mangaka was inspired by Clive Barker, but I forget which one it is.
There's Esau again.
All Esau's, so many Esau's, too many Esau's.
Someone tattooed Esau on their body, I see.
Oh, jeez.
Does kind of look like a fat worm.
The Lebanese fat worm strikes again.
Why would you get that to symbolize anything? Maybe they're an ally of Israel. Who knows? I mean, it is a symbol of worship for Israel.
Apparently, numerous people would get it tattooed on their body.
Why? Of all the Cenobites, why?
That's a good question. Someone dressed their kid up as Pinhead.
I've seen that. It was actually really cute, the one I saw.
It's a waste of good suffering.
I think there was also a baby that was dressed up in very similar.
What the fuck?
The things parents do to their children.
Blech. Boom, 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 boom.
I mean, I think my favorite is the Red Queen. Yeah, whatever the chick is from Bloodlines.
Angelique.
You know, she's got that. Yeah, but they don't. Isn't she like?
She was
because her crown. Don't they say something about her red crown?
Yeah, probably because she's scalped. Yeah, but that was Angelique.
Yeah.
I never knew if she actually was given an actual name, but I only ever knew her character to be.
Help me! Look at him. He's lost some weight.
I think this is actually the director of Hellraiser Judgment. I think he plays a Cenobite called the Auditor. I believe that's what it is. And you have to sit down with the auditor and...
Did file your taxes?
File your sins.
Well, Hellraiser IRS edition.
Oh, so it was made by the people on Jekyll Island, I see.
Yeah. And then somebody eats your sins because they write them down. And some guy eats your sins and then pukes them up.
Oh, fabulous.
I don't want someone to eat my sins. They're mine.
And then there's a third step with something else where there's like this
what the fuck is that?
Butcher? Which one? This one?
Yeah.
That's a GIMP.
Hellraiser Judgment.
Oh, God. The GIMP Cenobites.
It kind of looks like...
Bring out the GIMP.
The Nazi guy that's full of sand from...
Oh, yeah. That's Rasputin, actually.
That's Rasputin?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
The Nazi guy that's full of sand?
The guy that's the... wait.
No, because you know, he's like a Nazi and he's like an assassin.
Yeah, but he's wind up. That's Rasputin, yeah.
That's Rasputin?
Yeah.
I thought they had to summon Rasputin.
No, that's Rasputin.
He was one of the helpers.
No, that's Rasputin.
But I thought he was one of... Are you sure?
That's why he's still alive, is because he has the fucking gears. It's Rasputin. That's why he didn't die.
Because I thought in the beginning of the movie, Rasputin has that guy as a sidekick and a chick as a sidekick.
No.
No.
It's Rasputin. Okay. They're trying to summon Hitler.
Oh, they're trying to summon Hitler? I thought they were trying to bring Rasputin back.
No.
Okay.
You're wrong. I'm right.
I don't remember that movie at all. I've seen it once. So you probably are right. We need another movie, guys. And I almost had one in mind, but I can't remember it now.
Unless I am wrong. Let me give me a minute here.
Rock Lobster says no, it wasn't. It was Carl Ruprecht Cronin.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, he was.
I thought they called him Rasputin because the whole point was he was like still living after dying several times. Just like Rasputin.
He was trying to summon Rasputin.
Okay, fine. Everyone's right. Fucking hate everybody.
Rasputin. Nice going, Jing. You were pushing it so hard, and everyone's saying no.
Oh God, Hellboy. I guess we could talk about that horror movie-wise.
Sure,
since it's a
why not?
This guy, right?
Yeah.
Nice going, Gene.
This is what's gonna get us flat. This Nazi outfit.
I mean, I wear that daily, is it?
It's just very fancy Hugo Boss. It is not a Nazi outfit. It's just a very fancy line of Hugo Boss.
You know, when I was on vacation somewhere, I did see a Hugo Boss building, and I was thinking I should just go in there and say, "Can I get the Nazi look?"
How much you think? They'd probably do it for you for the right price.
Probably would. Yeah.
Would.
Ape Sapien. I don't think he's in the new one, so no. Fuck off. Movies with good costumes. Anybody? Sweets, Chad, Gene. I'm trying to think of one too.
I'll only go to
I bet that's helping.
What about
I can only go the simplicity of some of the Japanese films that worked, but yeah, Make Europe Strong Again, 13 Ghosts.
The remake? The remake or the original?
Probably. Well, I don't know.
Probably the original.
So maybe the original.
Yeah.
Wait, there she is, the girl from the bath who is very memorable for certain reasons.
Yeah, 2 reasons.
2 very big reasons.
Titties.
Tiggle bitties.
Which is right here, and it's tempting not to click on it.
Don't click on it. We've already gone too far. There is no coming back now.
Did he want the remake or the original? Because this is the remake.
The
remake has great. The remake has great effects in it.
They were
not a bad movie.
Okay.
We're talking about the original.
No, the remake.
Oh, because it's good. It's actually good.
It was a pretty damn good film. Like I didn't at the time.
Well,
the effects are pretty good.
The effects are good. The plot's stupid.
No, the plot.
It's got Tony Shalhoub in it.
But the actual.
Remember the guy who gets split in half with the glass?
Yeah, that's right up here. The lawyer.
Yep.
Lawyer.
Because he takes the money.
The way he slides down.
He takes the money and he activates the house.
Yep.
And his death kicks off the whole ritual or whatever it is they're doing.
Yep. Ugh.
It's not a bad remake. Tony Shalhoub, Matthew Lillard, F something Abrams, whoever this guy is right here.
Is it John F. Abrams?
I think it's
J.J. Abrams.
Oh, I
haven't mentioned him yet.
This is the Titan.
The Titan. Yes.
And they try to catch him in the beginning in the junkyard. They get fucked up.
Thank you, Rock.
Yes, thank you.
I'm still playing with my cards. Let's continue.
You just don't give a shit. You're just gonna do whatever at this point.
I mean, I'm caring. I'm talking about it. Do you think some of that, by the way, was since there's the big guy and the little girl? Do you think that was an inspiration for the Big Daddies from BioShock?
Probably.
Could be.
But I don't know if that's meant to be a little girl or if it's meant to be a dwarf mother.
Oh yeah, that too.
It's his mother.
I don't think it's actually meant to be a little girl.
No, I just saw the picture of the little girl ghost, and I forget if there was like something that protected her throughout the film too or not.
Was there? I can't remember now. Where's baseball guy though?
What?
There was a guy.
Baseball guy.
Yeah, I could call him baseball guy because he ran around with a baseball bat. Him! There he is.
Yeah, because his story ties to the girl in the bath.
Yeah.
He's the prince and she's the princess, I think.
Yeah, it's that weird sort of.
Yeah. And this is the jackal.
Yep.
That was actually one of the better ones. It was actually an interesting.
Very good outfit. Very good costume.
So these are all people this guy killed or something, or how did?
No, what they do is in the remake, and I haven't seen the original in a while, so somebody in chat will probably correct me, but in the remake at least, this guy captures ghosts to perform a ritual.
Because it's something strange.
Mm-hmm. Like that, but darker.
Okay.
With better effects from not the 80s, but actually like...
Well, let's look at those effects from the 80s right now.
What do you want?
The Juggernaut.
Ghostbusters?
And the Juggernaut.
Ghostbusters 2016?
No.
Don't you dare.
No, do you know why?
Oh, no,
look how strong they are.
I know.
Strong and independent women.
I know.
Look at this sassy face. You never see that on
That's not what I wanted.
An African-American actress.
That's not what I wanted.
It's a horror stream, but this is too horrific. This is what will get you showing.
That's not what I wanted. I wanted the original.
Snuff.
I wanted the original Ghostbusters.
There, and you have it.
This is not the original Ghostbusters.
It's the reboot, man.
That's not what I mean. I said 1985.
Look at them. They're strong. They are 5 strong, independent women.
Oh, because Bill Murray is there and he's a woman.
No, that's
Paul Feig. Oh, it is, yeah.
Paul Feig.
He looks like Bill Murray in that picture.
Check it out. Look how great they look.
Their transition went really well. I see.
Yeah, see, they're strong, independent trans women.
Ernie Hudson, very, very stunning and brave transition.
All right, we'll go to the real one.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Genova.
Should I be ashamed or proud?
You should be ashamed. The FBI is going to be having questions with you. There's going to be an investigation.
We can discuss it over a donut.
Sounds good.
In the break room.
In the break room.
On a casting couch.
There is no casting couch, my God.
There's only Zool.
There's only Zool, yeah.
Oh,
there's the puppet. I like that puppet. It's a good puppet.
It was a cute puppet.
It gets covered in a lot of shit.
Bit of both. There's a little bit of puppet, a little bit of CGI.
Like very little CGI.
Like just only certain scenes have the CGI in it.
Yeah, the
dog. The main CGI wasn't he in regards to the ghosts?
Yeah, besides Stay Puft.
Well, that's what I wanted to know. Was Stay Puft completely CGI, or was there that whole small set person in suit deal?
I don't know.
Powerful.
Oh God.
It's a powerful moment.
A powerful moment.
Look at
them. They didn't fuck it up and kill everyone.
Of phallic-like weaponry, and they're spraying their seed everywhere.
Why are 2 of the women like really fat?
Because you need to have diversity, and
what? You're white.
And that includes body diversity.
Exactly.
These 2 are fat. This one's a dyke.
That one's a dude. Former dude.
They're all
no. That one's a supposedly funny comedian, and then
comedians.
Funny comedian.
No, she really is a lesbian in real life.
Obvious. That's a bit too obvious. We understand.
These 2 are fat. This one's black. None of them are funny.
If Rock is saying there's no CGI in Ghostbusters, they used rotoscope and models and stop motion, then does that mean Slimer wasn't?
I guess.
So it's like a projection.
That's a puppet.
It's a puppet.
That's a
projected.
Puppet,
yeah. I'll project you. Right on out of here, boy.
Stop that projection.
There it is. There's the puppet.
Yeah, see? Puppet.
It was a puppet. I told you.
I knew it was a puppet.
I tried to tell you.
I said it was a puppet. There's the strong, independent woman you really need. Ghoster.
There's only Zool.
There's only Zool.
This is when he's getting blown by a ghost.
Yep.
Is that the face you guys happen to make? Is this normal for guys to make?
It's normal for Esau to make, but
Oh, I don't need to know that. No, thank you. No, thank you.
I might have made that face once or twice.
Oh my god.
But I remember.
You remember.
Who knows how long I've been doing it?
Are your eyes permanently crossed now?
Only the left one.
Oh my god.
I saw this done at Universal Studios.
mm-hmm.
The live show they do there. I don't know if they still do it there.
There was one.
They would do a live show where they would do this whole thing live, and they would give you the same experience as the end of the movie. You even got Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
There was one at Universal that was the copy of the Alien scene, but they made it original themselves, I think. Unless that was Disney, I don't remember. Actually, yeah, it was Disney.
Yeah, I think that's
gone now.
That's Alien Encounter.
Yep.
That might be MGM or Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, I don't remember.
That might be Animal Kingdom.
It's because someone didn't have the rights for Alien. I just remember that much.
Yeah, they took it out. They took it out like 5 years later or something like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, and they made a Stitch ride out of it instead. And then they got rid of that like a year later.
I'm curious. This is one in particular, even though it was more set designed impact, but what about The Shining? Particularly with essentially the little girls.
The remake?
No, the Nicholson. Oh god.
It's pretty great, huh?
I didn't even realize it was a remake.
Yeah, I think this one is more true to the Stephen King book than
I hate you, Stanley Kubrick. You don't get it, you piece of shit.
Like, instead of an axe, he's got a mallet.
Use the actual mallet as in the book.
Oh, you see that? You saw that, right, Genova?
Which one? This is the new remake coming.
Oh god, I love
it. There we go. That's more accurate.
That's perfect.
See?
Oh god,
that's Steven Weber.
Yeah.
He was on Wings, but I think I remember him from Single White Female.
Yeah,
I only know his face. I don't know him in particular in regards to what he's done because I don't think I've watched anything really of significance that I'd remember him from.
It's okay. He's not from anything significant.
Okay,
besides Wings.
I mean Wings. Yeah,
besides Wings.
Yeah.
Is that what's his face? Kid who was
the Shining kid.
No, yeah, was he the one who
not Shining Sixth Sense?
Yeah, is he one and then went off the rails?
No, he's not. That's not the Sixth Sense kid.
It's the kid who just looks like him and was in other stuff. And like Shelley Duvall and her fucked up ugly face and her wet towel acting. Never forget the wet towel acting.
Oh, she's terrible.
She is literally
there he is.
Now I'm just gonna look up Stephen King photos.
Well, I guess it fits things. Let's talk about the costume design of Stephen King.
Oh god.
Yes. Look at this. Obviously 60s, late 60s, early 70s when you say Sweets.
Yeah, maybe even pushing it as far as late 50s.
Yeah, I'll say 50s.
Oh, that
you would know.
You would know.
And then, what about that? Look at that.
What the
He's got like the Al Borland going on.
Yeah, what the fuck's with his face?
He loves them lines.
Like cross-eyed when you're looking at him.
Look, he's actually got like his fist under his face.
Hawk just wants to let you know, Gene. Remember, Gene, Reagan is evil.
Yeah, I gotta remember that. Let me rev up my van here.
He took a picture of himself with a guitar.
Wow, that's very cringy, Stephen King.
Look at him. Like, holding that guitar makes him feel young.
Look at the picture on the third one here. It's Stephen King and R.L. Stein.
Oh my god. That fucking mole. That placement.
I just wish this said like R.L. Stein Rex Stephen King on Twitter.
No, what I'm curious about is this photo, if you put a VS on it, would that mean essentially what you're looking at is who has the most smug look?
Ooh. I think, oh my god, I just noticed it. Yeah. I think R.L. Stein looks the most smug.
Oh, he has some serious smugness.
He's got some serious, like, I wrote goosebumps, bitch.
What have you done with your life, Stephen King? Ripped off Lovecraft?
This mole is more famous than your guitar.
Oh god, that's a lot of smuggery.
Look at this one.
Oh Jesus!
Whoa, what's going on here? This guy's like early 90s.
Did he murder somebody?
Is that literally him, or is that like a biopic?
It says Stephen King.
Look at that. You know, you see it, don't you?
Fantastic fiction.
Right, no, right under him. That's his son, Joe Hill.
Oh, there he is.
Oh boy, I've never actually seen a photo of his son. Oh boy.
I'm surprised his mouth is closed.
His son has the same nose I do.
Maybe that's why he uses the beard to hide everything.
He's got a leather jacket on and jeans. Yeah. He's still a greaser. Holy shit, he's still a greaser.
Was he really a greaser, or was he?
No, but there's always greasers in his fucking shit.
Because he hates them.
But he is one now. It's become what he hates.
It's perfect self-loathing projection right there.
There's a young Stephen King, 1960.
When he was 14 years old.
It's pretty old. He looks pretty old for a 14-year-old. I would have said like 18, but they're saying
that's a bit. Yeah, what the hell is with that?
It looks like he's ready. He's like fresh out of Quantico.
Is it like quality of the photo, or is it just him with those giant eyebrows, which made him look really old?
Look at the fucking
really
beard.
Does look like he's got Down syndrome.
Look at the fucking beard. You see it right into that. There you go. Yeah, look at that.
Oh my!
I don't get it.
I guess every guy needs to go through that phase. Maybe
I don't.
Good.
Get busy living or get busy dying, Stephen King.
Look at that smug laugh.
This picture looks very memeable.
Yeah, I don't know why he hasn't become one yet.
Yeah, that's what I don't get.
Look at that unibrow.
Good lord.
It's the 70s, obviously.
That could not be more 70s. He's ready for his first day at the bank.
What the fuck?
He looks like a King of the Hill character.
Now, Bobby?
What was the other one? Trailer Park Boys?
Yeah, he does look like he'd be on Trailer Park Boys. He definitely does.
My God.
He kind of looks like Julian a little bit. But he'd be like Julian's cousin. Oh, here's a great one.
I murdered that man after he hit me with my van.
This looks like it's just a guy who looks like Stephen King.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's him.
I think it is.
It is him.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's what he looked like when he was doing Maximum Overdrive.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. He didn't age well. I mean, obviously, look at him.
Why does he look so wet? Like his shirt looks wet too.
He's greasy
from they dumped water on him.
He's greasy from the grappling.
He's even got like the greaser curl in the front.
I'm Superman.
He's always wanted to be a greaser. He never could.
Porky actually asked a good question for once. Does he molt?
Oh, he looks like he molts. He's molting. He's a constant.
Oh, look, there he is.
Oh, there we go. Fantastic. That's the picture we need.
There he is.
Oh, look.
Look at him hunched over.
Oh, look. There's another one right in there, too. I think I see it. The third one.
Okay, third one.
This one?
That one.
I thought it was going to be Steve. Oh, wait.
That black man? You thought that black man was going to be Stephen King?
I thought so at first.
Rock lobster coke makes you sweat like a bastard. And what was the family photo up about 2 rows?
Oh God. Oh my God.
Oh, such a happy-looking family.
Is this his family?
Yes, it is.
No. Really?
Yeah.
That's such a fabulous, happy-looking family.
Oh my God.
They look like
the dead.
They look like a family that would be in a Purge movie.
Yeah, just maybe.
Is he trying to dress like Donald Trump with that red tie?
I guess.
Actually, sometimes I wonder if Stephen King is trying to embody the spirit of Stephen Hawking half the time.
Oh. I mean, by the looks of this right here, slouched down in his chair.
Yeah.
He could totally be Stephen Hawking.
I sometimes wonder if that's what he's trying to emulate and like be the genius.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Reads the books anymore. They're not falling for the bullshit no more.
Oh yeah, that's him.
Oh my God.
Look at that coke bloat.
That was in Carrie.
Is that in Carrie?
Yep, him and Tabitha are both in Carrie. They're watching a baseball game.
Rock lobster. No wonder spousal and child murder are recurring themes in his novels. Oh God.
Why does his son also wear thick glasses? Does he have a horrible eyesight like his father too?
Probably.
He's slowly turning into his father, and his father is slowly fading away.
The question is he at a point where he's okay with ending up like his father, or is he already contemplating suicide? Probably.
Me and Gene have theorized that he's haunted by shadow monsters, which are his father's shadow.
Oh boy.
And eventually he will go back in time and push his father in front of the train.
Yeah, that's right. And then take his father's identity.
Okay.
Such the cycle continues.
It's a bit like Rant from Chuck Palahniuk.
Ah, I see.
Look at how intellectually creative he is as a person.
Much creative, much intelligent.
And I don't think he created this, but this is the creativity he's inspired.
It makes me want to die inside.
I'm confused to why he's holding a key to unlock something that's clearly been
because he has a series called Lock and Key.
Okay.
It's I think it might be a graphic novel, maybe just a book, but I think it's a graphic novel of some sort.
But I'm still confused how you unlock something that's been cut open. I think there's been a flaw.
Don't ask questions. Just read the book and consume the product.
Consume. We sleep. They live. Yeah,
look at him. You're telling me if we didn't knock a signal out, this guy's face would turn into fucking. It would look like one of those bugs from They Live.
Yeah.
The eyes are already coming out of the body.
Jesus Christ, those glasses! I could start a forest fire with them.
I think my camera blinked again, by the way, so I'm really happy about that. That it possibly could have turned on again.
It's okay. I've got the screen cap for you. I'll show you. It's nice and clear. We'll print it out and we'll frame it, and It'll be fine. We'll
just put a.
We'll add it to merch for Cogs Banterans, and so you can use it for camping funds.
Oh boy.
Oh look, it's Charles Manson.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, that's Stephen King, sweets.
You sure about
Is there
that?
a difference?
That's a question.
At this point, I wonder.
Oh, hi, Moppy.
I'm gonna go back and get that later.
Come up.
Let's see if she can turn the camera on. No, that's what you should do. Turn the camera on, but put Moppy in front of it. That's what we want to see.
Oh, God.
We don't care about you. We want Moppy.
Come to my lap.
Rock Lobster Manson was more creative and a better musician. Oh boy.
Wow. That might be the line of the night.
Rock Lobster is VIP.
Hello,
look at those teeth.
It almost looks like he's wearing a MAGA hat, but he'd hate that.
It really does. Here he is eating a hot dog.
Jama.
Jamaican. That's probably what it says. Jamaica. Just got back from Jamaica. Writing a new book about weed that kills you. Turns you into a monster.
Oh.
Look. He has the same haircut in some of these photos. That's who Stephen King always wanted to be, but never could achieve.
Those glasses just held him back so much.
Yeah, well, it was the glasses, the teeth, the
personality,
the Down syndrome eyes. There he is playing some
baseball. I love baseball.
He looks really special right there. Look at his face.
And look at that mullet.
He looks like a Down syndrome with a mullet.
A Down syndrome with a mullet?
What am I supposed to call him?
Are you down with the mullet? Down with the syndrome?
A bit of an alcohol fetal thing going on.
Alcohol fetal syndrome?
It's like I'm gotta take this stupid baseball picture. I just want to do a fucking rail. All right. Oh my god. Look at this.
Sorry, Gene. Chat has spoken. They want and they need the Moppy docs.
Oh god.
Do you want me to stop sharing?
I guess.
You don't have to. You don't. Peer pressure is real.
Do it.
I've seen it. I've seen the Saved by the Bell episode.
I've seen Saved by the Bell. Give me a moment. She's laying down next to me. I'll get her in the shot instead of myself. You can see my shitty room. 1 minute. Give me a second. It won't be me this time.
It won't be you this time.
Let's see if I can aim this correctly. As soon as I get the fucking camera on. There's Moppy. Say hello to the people. This way. Everyone see her?
We can barely see her.
It must be blurry. Oh, she almost bit my hand. She's laying on my computer. There's Moppy. I don't know how well that is. Oh,
well,
God.
It's definitely a cat.
It's definitely a cat. We can tell that.
Okay. There we go. That's it. That's all you get.
The Moppy Docs is real. Finally.
I'll show Sweets a picture of what Moppy looks like. I don't give a shit.
Yes, please. I'll be very happy with that. I want the clear Moppy Docs. I'm very glad we have now had the Moppy Docs. We can move on. We'll never have to bug you again for the Moppy Docs.
Moppy's a normal looking cat. She's long haired though.
Moppy is wonderful. That's right. Now all we demand is the Moppy stream, and then we'll be happy.
Oh, What that? I don't know if you can say no to that.
You're going to have
24-hour moppy cam for charity.
Exactly, and it works.
Where the fuck did I put it? I don't see it on my computer. I know it is though.
And congratulations, you've actually done two things in once. You've saved people demanding you to post feet.
Oh yeah, because my feet were in the shot. Yeah. Oh.
This stream does not get a downvote.
I don't. Where the fuck is this picture of Moppy? I look at Scarface. It's in here, but Moppy isn't for some. What the fuck?
Why do you have Scarface, but you don't have Moppy?
I know Scarface is gone. He's no longer with us, unfortunately. But I don't see Moppy.
Oh, Scarface was another cat.
Yes.
Oh, because I was about to say, what the fuck are you doing with Scarface? Is it literally the film?
No, that was a cat. We call him Scarface because he looked like his eyes were always closed, but they weren't. He had red eyes. I don't see it. I know Moppy's on here somewhere. I could just go to my fucking Imgur, I guess.
Yes, F for Scarface.
What the? Esos just said something retarded somewhere else. I know, nothing new there. I'll send Sweets what Moppy looks like. I know, it's riveting, chat.
It is riveting. I mean, it is Moppy. It's important. It's always been important. I mean,
we can look at more movie pictures.
Obviously.
If anybody has any suggestions.
Well, it's not necessarily a film, and I really loathe to bring it up, but it's still...
This better be good.
I really don't want to bring it up, but American Horror Story, even though
no, Sweet.
I'm glad at least I'm not the only one who feels that way.
There you go, Sweets. That's
terrible.
It's atrocious. It's fucking atrocious.
It's in Discord.
Oh, some of you so cute.
You know what? That's not a bad idea.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We looked at other atrocious things. We can
look at John Carpenter.
Yes.
No.
No.
He'll sue us.
Then Stephen King won't.
I think at this point we don't need to worry about getting sued.
Oh, they're in the mail.
Oh.
Here's American Horror Story.
Actually, you didn't look up, obviously, Rob Zombie is something you can look up Horror Story with.
Oh, God.
Rob Zombie? Which Rob Zombie? Which Rob Zombie movie?
Just Rob Zombie. Search it and see what comes up.
Rob Zombie?
For pictures, yeah. There he is.
I don't know. Does that mean we have to follow on and look up Sherry? I mean,
she's right there next to him in that one photo.
Probably hard to find ones where she's not naked.
Well, there you go. She wasn't naked in that one.
Nope, Sherry Moon Zombie.
How old is Rob Zombie?
I don't know.
Isn't he? I'd say he's in his 50s.
At least.
He looks like a fucking ZZ Top brother.
The one that ended up having the black sheep downturn out of
Moppy, stop licking everything. He's like licking near my computer. What are you doing?
There must be something on it she wants to lick.
No, there isn't. She's just licking her fur. She's cleaning herself.
Yes, that's the one I also forgot. Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah. Ow, ow, ow. Fuck. You just cut my skin on my hand, Moppy. Ow.
This is one of my favorite Michael Keaton roles ever. Absolutely favorite.
Ow. Moppy.
Probably his best one.
Yeah.
It even beats Batman.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And just the costumes in this were amazing. I loved it so much.
Ow, that really hurt, Moppy. Fuck.
It was just awesome. It really was. In the whole just sheer.
And that's got Winona Ryder in it too, right?
Mm-hmm. That's Winona Ryder.
And
so that means that someone
she did this before Dracula.
Yep.
Yes, she did. She was a lot. This was around Heather's era, if I remember rightly.
Is my hand bleeding?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You have to show us.
No.
I always remember this guy with the shrunken head.
And then when he grabs onto the girl's, no, was it the girl's leg? No, he swapped the ticket, and then her head and his head got shrunk because he swapped the ticket over.
Yeah, he swapped the ticket from the. So, fuck! I'm gonna go wash my hand.
Oh my god. Where's the one where he had his like legs and hands expand? That was always a good moment. If there's a picture of it there. No, that's the thingy, the sandworm. Yes, him. That's who he steals the ticket from.
Where's the sandworm?
The sandworm. I can see the illustrations, but not the actual puppet itself. Was it a puppet? I would assume it was.
I thought it was.
It was claymation, Sweets.
I was gonna say.
Thank you. That's it. Claymation. Ugh. More fantastic claymation that came with the film.
Well, it's Tim Burton. Obviously, there's going to be claymation. I mean, he's done it in almost every film of his.
Mm-hmm.
Does he do it in Edward Scissorhands?
Yeah.
I hate that movie.
He didn't do it in a what were the other ones? Corpse Bride, was it?
It was that whole movie was claymation, Sweets.
No, sorry. For some reason, I had this horrible feeling. I'm like, was it claymation or was it CGI? Shit.
It's claymation with CGI elements.
That would probably be it. That's why.
Ow, my hand still hurts.
People also say Shadow of the Vampire, apparently, or Strog says it.
Shadow of the Vampire is the one with Max Shrek in it, and yeah, that's a live action one. Sleepy Hollow was another one they could use as a source too.
One with Malkovich and Defoe.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? Wachowski's brothers, sisters.
Okay. Your sister's mother, brother, sister.
Shadow of the Vampire.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned earlier about the Max Shrek thing, and that's right. That's
okay.
I said it had William Dafoe.
I know you did. I'm saying to Sweets that's a movie that Tim Burton made. I know that.
I understand now.
My fucking hand hurts so much. It's a small scratch.
Cat scratch fever. Hey, look, John Malkovich.
Fuck John Malkovich.
Malkovich.
It's F.W. Murnau.
You don't know what you're saying. You don't know what you're saying.
Murnau.
Get out of here.
Is it Murnau?
I think it's Murnau.
Hey, look who it is.
Who is it?
Did you guys know that Nicolas Cage is Francis Ford Coppola's nephew?
I did not know that.
Yeah. So
did you know that Genova? Did you know Genova got hit by a van?
Really? I thought it was a train.
I have to get back on the train eventually.
At some point.
Somebody hit me with a train and then ran to a van and drove off.
Did I even cover the right spot? Yeah, I put a band.
I know what to bring up.
Reanimator, another good choice. Stuart Gordon did all the zombies and effects.
You know what picture's coming.
Oh yeah, I know which picture's coming. Which you're totally not gonna flag the stream down or anything when you find that.
No.
Oh, never.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, it's right there, Genova. I see it on the fucking screen. You might, the good job scrolling down so you don't get that.
Whoops.
I mean, it's bound to happen.
Well, no shit, especially with a movie that intertwines sex with horror.
The head gives head.
Yeah, thank you.
Good to know.
I mean, it does. Because that guy is all creeping on her before he's even dead anyways. Yep, Barbara Crampton.
You never seen Reanimator, Sweets?
No, because when it came out on VHS, I was way, way, way too young. And then...
Oh, God. There it is again.
Whoops.
I went past it real fast.
That's an interesting picture of Reanimator. See that, Genova? That fan art?
Look, everything's blocked right here.
No, go back up.
Where?
Close that. That, right? No, down.
This one.
Yes. No, not that one, no.
Jesus.
This one. This
no, stop. Close out of them.
He's gonna end up hitting the. He's gonna end up hitting the image.
This one.
Yeah, there you go.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that.
Should save that.
You should.
Fuck. Oh, look at this Halloween decoration.
From Bride of Reanimator. Remember that's when he has the bat wings on his head?
Yeah.
Bride of Reanimator prop conservative? Conservation. Conservation, I see.
Whoa, there it is.
Kill you past the scene again.
Oh, you know what else?
From Beyond, yep. You're gonna see a lot of shit with that one.
Oh my.
Oh
my.
Killing Guest.
Well.
Though technically that never happens in the book, by the way. The thing that happens in the book is he gets his head bitten off.
Stuart Gordon doesn't really,
You might say Stuart Gordon is rather liberal with his interpretations of Lovecraft's work.
Which is a shame because he's the one who puts out the most of them.
Yeah, no one else really does. I mean, there are other people, but
or you'll get like things that are obviously inspired by it, like The Void.
There's the case of Charles Dexter Ward, which Vincent Price was into, which is actually based on a Lovecraft story as well.
Okay, this one I haven't seen, but then again, because it's so recent, that's probably why I haven't seen it.
The Void is really good.
I washed my hands really good to make sure Moppy didn't infect me with some kind of horrible disease.
It's put out by
I was more worried that we would give her a disease.
I think it's put out by these guys called
Sarah Creature?
6.
The fuck? It's a skeleton. It looks like something out of Doom.
It's all in Void.
And here we see Sweet's face cam.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy the docs. I was at my best at that time.
Skeleton.
Yes, I'm at my best at my in my natural bare face.
This is
no makeup.
No makeup. No flesh. No muscle.
Yes. No, it's the no makeup look. Don't you know about bareface look?
No, I now know. But
you just call yourself barefaced.
Barefaced, yes.
Barefaced, get it? Yeah, I get it.
Oh, you know what's another good one? Fly.
Of course.
The Fly, yeah. David Cronenberg.
There we go. Fantastic. That was the good part.
He makes pudding.
I mean, that is what he's spitting out of his mouth is tapioca pudding.
Was it really tapioca pudding?
Yeah.
Good God.
There's some fucking intern with a cup underneath him holding it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's his lunch.
Well, he wouldn't have been getting paid, so you got to be innovative somehow.
David Cronenberg pays his employees very well while he eats on the set where all the props are, because most of them are made out of fucking Jell-O.
Of course.
Is it in the second one where he breaks the guy's arm?
Yeah.
Yes.
In like a arm wrestling contest?
Yeah.
I can't watch that.
Yes, Moppy, you mauled me.
It's the same thing.
She was not mauling you. She was just showing you her love.
It's affection.
Kid is not.
Look at this affection.
I'm not looking at anything. I'm downstairs.
Do you see it? Do you see it, Sweets?
I do. It's that level of love.
He would never hurt that poor monkey.
Oh, never. Of course not.
I saw them do this live on stage at a Universal Horror makeup picture show. where they show you how they do like horror effects, like practical effects, live on stage, and they actually do they actually have those pods from Fly in the studio, and they actually switch places with them.
Good Lord. So they actually
it's real. They really do it. It's where they really work. There's no hidden.
I see.
They really work.
Did you get to try it then?
No.
Well, that's a shame.
Some shirtless guy holding a monkey got to do it though. He's in front of me the whole time.
So you sat there and this guy.
I just watched this guy that looked eerily like Jeff Goldblum holding a monkey. He cut me in line.
So while he was standing there holding the monkey, was the monkey just staring back at you, not looking anywhere else, just giving you this look of contempt the whole time?
Well, maybe it was Jeff Goldblum who cut you in line. Maybe he was just right there. He fucking knew it was you. You ever think about that?
I think he's got a grudge against me. What happens here?
Is that Mark Hamill?
No.
Looks enough like him.
I forget the actor's name. It's not Paul Ritter, is it? No.
No.
It's not Paul Ritter, but I know.
You never showed the alien costumes from Alien.
With the first Alien?
Yeah. There it is. Those are rubber suits. People wearing those rubber suits.
I'm sure that would have been nice and comfy.
There's got to be a better picture of it.
There's one with Geiger right next to him. Geiger.
Geiger.
I mean, he's fucking.
Who gives a fuck? He's dead.
Ooh. Actually, wait. Scroll up. Scroll. It's right. I think he's right under the Alien poster there. I think that's him with somebody, unless it's Toby Hooper or Ridley Scott. Nope.
Apparently.
It's Ridley Scott.
Next to the engineer chair.
Mm-hmm.
Which amazingly shrunk in Prometheus.
Amazingly.
It was just so much smaller in that movie.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, so that's how they went around.
There's Giger.
And I think the guy who played the alien, he disappeared after this, and nobody knows where he's at.
Something like that. Maybe Stephen King killed him.
Okay.
I think that's the lore surrounding that. I mean, chat might know different, but that's what I heard. The guy did this movie, and then he didn't do nothing afterwards.
I wonder why. That is very intriguing. Rock Globster also added a good one.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Return of the Living Dead 3.
Yep.
Tarman coming up. Did he say Return of the Living Dead 3?
Yes.
Yes.
Brains.
I wanted to see this film so much as a kid because of the video cover.
I think I saw it once.
The sequel was pretty good, the original Return of the Living Dead 2. But, I don't know, 3's okay. It's not that good, though, compared to 1 and 2. One's obviously the classic.
Yeah, this girl, yeah. I think I said it was spikes, but it's really just glass.
It's glass, yeah. There's look right next to that picture. It's you got Cemetery Man. See that?
This?
No. Right physically next to it, right there. There you go. That's Cemetery Man.
That's true. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie. They had good costume effects in it too, especially the death scene. When Death says, "If you can't kill the dead, why not just kill the living?"
What's this from? Return of the Living Dead 3, it says.
Yep, yes it is.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is some fancy stuff.
Man, and like Blumhouse now just gives you CGI and shit. These people used to give you real fucking
real effects, real puppets,
real like these people were trying.
Mm-hmm.
Now some guy just puts in a blood spurt on a computer.
Blood spurt.
Surely it's more expensive to do that over actual,
I would imagine so.
Red dye. Like squib packs and all that. Surely they're cheaper.
And now we got Tarman.
Fabulous.
Brains.
Nice and slimy.
I wonder if I could find a gif of him eating the brains.
You probably can.
Eating the brains.
I would think so.
Is this from 2?
No, that's 1.
That's 1 where they dig out. They ask her why she eats the brains. And
that's 1.
Like, it stops the pain.
Yeah, that's 1. They burn her right after, and that's what causes the thing about the whole.
Right.
Yeah.
I can feel myself
right.
That's rough.
I mean, you feel it all the time, anyways, right?
Most seconds of my day, yes.
I can feel myself. More brains.
My problem is not happening fast enough.
So you're not like Tarman? I mean, not yet.
Oh, here they are.
That's a good costume set design, too. With the suicide. Everybody else.
Isn't this black guy also in a Friday the 13th movie as well?
I think so, yeah.
What?
Is that a guy?
Yeah, it's a guy.
Okay. Jesus.
His chest just is puffed out there. That's not titties.
Oh, it's the shirt itself.
Yeah.
Again, I haven't seen this film in so long. I remember the redhead. That's about it. The redhead is the only one I really remember from.
That's because Linda Quigley.
Yeah, it's trash. She dances naked.
Yep, for suicide.
Which is probably going to pop up at some point.
Wait for it. There it is. Yeah. I see it.
I mean, you know, it's already on the GIF of it.
Yeah, I was looking at the close up too.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a touch. Just a touch.
Yeah, she's not in any clothing there. Besides
she actually predicts her own death in this movie.
Yep. She talks about like the worst way to die.
Yeah, the way she'd want to go, and then she actually goes like that.
Well, at least she got a wish.
I mean, she comes back anyways.
Be careful what you wish for.
Be careful what you switch for.
What is this? Return of the Living Dead 2.
Yep.
An error occurred.
An error occurred was loading the image for you.
Stupid. Let me try one. Jack got anything else?
Lena.
What? Night of the Living Dead.
Rock had the hots for Lena.
Lena Quigley.
Very hot in that scene where she's dancing.
I almost showed her titties on stream myself once.
Now, the thing that I don't get out of what we're doing here, why are we missing the really, really big ones outside of the Cenobites?
What are we missing?
Freddy, Jason, Michael.
Because we've talked about them to death already, and Genoa's picture is also of Michael Myers as well.
Well, at least Freddy, but okay.
Yeah, Night of the Demons 2 is pretty good.
Is there any particular reason why she's meant to look like
she's a demon?
They're demons.
The Exorcist?
Because they're demons.
Probably inspired by The Exorcist. They probably really liked that look, and then they were like,
it's an Italian film. They ripped something off.
Oh, of course. More unexpected things to scroll past.
What?
Nothing.
Wait, was this from Demons 4?
I don't know. Could be. Yeah, Demons 4.
What's that picture on the very right there?
This one?
Oof. Oh, that looks cool.
I don't know what that is from. I think that might just be art.
It's just DVD release Night of the Demons. It looks cool, even if it is art. It's cool looking art.
No, it doesn't say it's a DVD release of a 2009 remake.
Oh.
I don't know. I've lost the picture.
He's lost his mind is what's happened.
Night of the Demons 2009.
There you go.
I kind of like the practical effects better, though, from the original.
I just liked how that looked. Oh, wait, go up again.
This
keep
one?
going. No, keep going. Not there yet.
That's a lot of use of lipstick.
No, keep going up. Keep going up. Keep going up. Up some more. Some more. Keep going up. Don't...
Oh, Jesus.
Was it that one?
No.
Well, it was a good picture, to be fair.
Now keep going up. You're still not there.
I'm all the way up.
We'll go down now.
Turn down for what?
Keep going down. Keep going down. Keep going down. Going down. Keep 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 going down. I don't see it anymore.
What was it a picture of?
It was the picture of the 2009 one. It looked like it was that art again, but it didn't look like it was art. It looked like it was actually from the movie.
Then why not put in 2009? Why didn't you ask him to just do that?
Oh. Because look at the go up. No, that's still practical effects right there, and the one on the far left.
This one?
Yeah.
True.
That's still practical effects.
Yeah, that is. You can tell it is.
I don't think that is, though.
Yeah, it is. It's the same thing.
Yes, it is. It's a partial, either not plaster necessarily, but
that looks so much like CGI to me.
It's not.
It's not. That's practical effects.
That's definitely practical.
Okay.
It's just because the eyes look weird, and they always look that weird. If you see the original Night of the Demons, they also look that weird. And yeah, there's right there too. Go up. That's the picture I saw.
Which one? This one?
No, yes, that one. Spooky.
Yeah, I guess it is. I guess it is practical. It looks practical there.
Yeah.
It doesn't look practical here.
Well, it's because it's a zoom in of it.
It looks the half the reason, so it does.
Ooh.
It's definitely practical.
Yeah, that's practical effects. And that's how you know it's good practical effects, because it looks so real.
And that you think it's so real that you think it's CGI.
Yep. Got him.
Rock says, look up the Italian horror movie Zombie with an Eye and The Beyond.
I know what that is. I know what Beyond is. I've seen those films plenty of times.
They're called Zombie 2.
No, it's the original Zombie.
No, it's spelled with a...
No, you fucked it up. You had pictures of it. All he wants to see is the stupid... He wants to see the stupid Pope. He wants to see the fucking... There it is.
Yeah.
The guy on the poster. Yeah, there you go. Maggot face.
Doesn't a zombie fight a shark?
Probably.
Or am I thinking of a different zombie?
You're thinking of a different zombie movie, I think.
And
the Zombie 2 shark is... Yeah, there's a shark in that one, but it does not look like that. Zombie flesh eaters.
It legitimately fought a shark.
Yeah, and I think it won.
Of course it won. It was already dead.
Oh, but when they do the zoom into the shark, though, they use like some kind of fucking puppet.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I don't think they killed a real shark, but it is Italian cinema, so you never know.
Exactly. You never know. And Strog.
I will fight the real shark.
Check out the design of Frankenstein's army.
What is it?
Frankenstein's army. We gotta land the plane here at some point.
Oh yeah, it's past 12.
Gene's alcohol is starting to kick in. He's starting to yawn. He's starting to get there.
No, your alcohol's kicking in. Australian.
We'll go for another 10 minutes. Is this what he wants to see?
This is cool stuff. I like it. I've never seen this film.
Just the design. So I think it has various designs of the monsters.
Yeah.
I should say.
It looks like Frankenstein crossed with Puppet Master.
Yeah. A little bit of Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Especially... Now I want to see this movie. When was this made?
Oh, look, another one on stilts and amputee.
Another fucking amputee. They get plenty of representation.
Such diversity in these films. How dare they say there's not enough diversity in films? They just need to watch horror films.
I really want to know when this movie came out because I like it.
I think it's the only Frankenstein's army, to be honest with you.
He still wants to know when it came out, though. Well, that's 2013.
Okay, so I'll probably try watching that at a certain point. Wait a minute. Is Dr. Frankenstein supposed to be a Jew?
Probably.
And his last name is Stein.
Oof.
Rock Lobster says it's pretty good and it was inspired by Tokyo Gore Police.
Oh, was it? Nice.
And there you go. The weeb does it again.
You're not a weeb, Sweets.
I think I've seen this once.
No, I'm not a weeb.
Dude, this guy's got a fucking plane on his head.
He's a literal propeller head.
Or is that a fan?
That's a propeller.
I don't know. Look at the side right here. It looks like a fan.
It's a fucking propeller.
You know, are you really going to argue that one?
All right, it's a propeller.
That's better.
Oof.
That looks like his face looks like Toxie's.
Yeah, he does look like Toxie's face, you're right. Maybe they use the same mask.
Quite possibly.
Who made these films? Or this film?
Should look up Toxic Avenger.
Oh god.
If you gotta look up that, wouldn't you also look up what was the
look at that, a baby on set with James Gunn.
Yep.
Of course. How fitting.
Wait, James Gunn played the Toxic Avenger?
No. No, I saw a picture of James Gunn and Toxie next to each other before I typed in the movie.
Oh.
This still had one of the best scenes in it when he dumps the girl on the hot rocks in the sauna and says, "How do you like that hot ass?"
Yep. There he is.
James Gunn.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy.
It's getting close.
There's the sheep.
Yeah, and then he runs out and falls into toxic waste.
He falls out the window.
Yeah.
And falls into toxic waste.
We know where the degeneracy began.
Remember, they made Toxic Avenger cartoons.
Yeah, Toxic Crusaders.
They actually used to have the Tox box, and it had the cartoons.
Tox box.
Yeah, it was
Tox
called
box.
So it had like all the films.
This guy.
That's James Gunn. I mean, look at him.
That's Harley Quinn from the new Suicide Squad.
After her transition, I mean.
Yeah.
All right.
No, they just made the man made sure.
This guy's in other stuff. I recognize his face.
Yeah.
Was he in other Tremor films?
He's a character actor, actually.
I think he's in one of the Highlander movies.
Yeah, I think he is.
Hmm.
And I think he might be in Terminator.
Yeah, probably. Remember, Lloyd Kaufman also blames Ronald Reagan.
Of course, Lloyd Kaufman's a sleazeball.
I think that was well and truly established quite some time ago.
Oh, yeah. Buy my movies, kids. They're great.
There's always that scene in Romeo and Juliet where he, like, in her dream pulls open.
Oh, there's slugs.
Because it's full of popcorn and rats.
Says Genova, are you going to be able to eat anytime soon after seeing that image again?
That just makes me want some pasta.
Black spaghetti. Does that woman have something in her mouth under the, not that one. All the way at the, no, other one. Yeah, that.
Keep looking on.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
I think this is from Suspiria.
Yeah, I think it is. Oof.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I just thought of one.
Well, let's get that off screen. Because that's intense core.
That's fake.
So, YouTube doesn't give a shit.
We just can't show it on
Dead Alive? Really? You're gonna show Dead Alive?
Oh, so you don't have to worry about your docs ever again, Gene. This is not going anywhere.
No. Flagged in New Zealand already.
Oh.
This kind of looks like a still from New Zealand.
Yeah, this one's gone. Thanks, Shinoa. Appreciate it.
Oh, technically we're doing a service to New Zealand. We're giving their tourism a boost. I mean, we're encouraging people to enjoy the fantastic sights of New Zealand and what they have to offer to tourists.
I mean, technically that's true. This was filmed in New Zealand.
Exactly. I mean, so many wonderful things have happened in New Zealand in film. In film. In a lot of different films.
We're just archiving it.
Exactly.
Subscribe to PewDiePie.
I tried not to say it, but you covered it anyway.
Oh, God.
That's just a loving kiss. Nothing more.
They're both zombies. They fuck.
Oh, my God. Rock says, how about the subspecies movies for set design? Vampire movies actually shot in Romanian castles.
I remember the subspecies series.
Maybe one day we'll land the plane.
We got 3 minutes. I got you for 3 minutes.
Bloodstorm? Is that what I called it?
Bloodlust.
That was number 4.
Okay. Bloodstorm. Subspecies Bloodstorm.
Wait, go back up. Is that Evil Toys?
This one?
Yeah, the one. No. The one with the clown. Yeah, Full Moon.
Vintage it looks like a little.
Yeah, it's a collage thing.
Yeah.
The Evil Toys are in there.
Yeah,
I know because I noticed the clown. Yeah, demonic toys. Yeah.
And this is what's his name, man? Trancer.
Yep.
Something like that.
There's Blade.
Wait, where?
The puppet Blade. See?
Oh yeah, right here.
Next to Trancer.
Whoever the fuck this guy is.
I don't know. From some other shitty movie.
For some reason that reminds me of Clive Barker's The Great and Secret Show, which makes no sense because it was never made into a film. Very fancy. Look at those fingers.
He's got them salad fingers going on.
That's some quality nail art right there. There are a lot of Japanese girls who would envy that.
Hey man, can I bum a light? That's from Reanimator.
Oh god. Oh god.
Boo.
remember this being a really good vampire.
It's obviously Morbius.
It's a better Morbius than Jared Leto's going to give you.
I know.
Can we not mention?
We did. What now, sweets?
Now is coming closing time.
Yes, we have been going on for far too long. We've just been rambling.
Yeah, this has been a really rambling stream. Thank you, sweets. Thank you, sweets.
Oh, it's my fault. Okay.
Yeah, it's your fault. Only you. Nobody else's fault.
Never your guys' fault. You don't.
I mean, obviously, I was just looking up jerky the entire day instead of doing what I probably should have been of looking up films and everything else. But it's your fault.
Well, it's my fault. Okay, I'll take responsibility this time and cut you some slack. Just this time.
Strog's calling for a 24-hour stream.
No, that's not happening.
24 hours. Here we go.
Swedes can handle it, but not me.
Only 21 more hours to go.
No, look, I already passed the 30-something hour mark yesterday.
Oh,
I only had a few hours sleep. Come on, don't make me do it again, please.
All right, let's end this fucking stream.
Yeah.
Let's crash this plane.
All right, well, thank you everyone for coming and watching and having us have fun, yell at each other, and see my cat and have my cat attack me and let me dox myself.
Let you dox yourself. I'll send you the screen cap.
Yeah, you'll have to send me
that. This stream will never be seen again because YouTube is going to show it immediately.
Come here, Moppy. Oh, you just came into my room. What do you want?
She wants to cut you again.
I guess. So tomorrow I'll be on Bannerants. I'll just mention that now. Yeah. These other people will not be. They are not.
I know it's going to be normal Bannerants because of certain things that didn't come to fruition.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a shock.
Are we doing horror TV shows on Wednesday?
Yeah. We're doing horror anthology TV shows on Wednesday.
Horror anthology TV shows.
Yes.
So not just horror TV shows.
No, because I mean we could, but most of them are anthology based. I don't remember too many that are.
We get the luxury of getting more than one season.
Yeah. The only one I can think of that was like that stupid Warehouse 13 one, but that's not really horror based. That was more sci-fi based.
Warehouse 13 is a great show.
Yeah, I just remember it's not really based on horror though.
No, it's more sci-fi.
Yeah,
and it is on sci-fi, so it's a good show though.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not a horror style show.
That's true. What are you saying, Sweet?
American Gothic.
American Gothic.
Was it American Gothic or called something like that from the early 90s and it only ever got one season?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe.
I gotta quickly check.
That's for next Wednesday stream.
Yeah, it was a 95 TV series and only went for about one season, but apparently it was meant to be really freaking good, apparently.
Well, it can't be really freaking good if it only has one season, Sweets, and nothing happened with it.
No, but that's also considered what you call Hollywood at its best.
Just ask John Carpenter. He always complains about Hollywood making his films bomb, not himself.
Yeah, it was about a evil sheriff who uses his demonic power. So yeah, that covers it.
Okay.
That'll be for your next stream.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for coming out.
We appreciate it.
See you later, chat. We appreciate everybody.
Later, guys.
Anything else? Later.